Hi, welcome back everybody to yet another daily cooking stream. I hope you are all having a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I've been having quite a lovely weekend myself. How is everybody today? Please tell me now, or else there will be consequences. Welcome in. I'm a little bit sleepy. I'm a little tiny bit out of it today. I went out last night. Yeah, I've been out and about. So I'm just slightly recovering from that, but I'm doing okay. Actually, I had a very good day yesterday. I'm very well, happy to hear it, cause it's lovely to have you. So, we're gonna talk about what we will be making today. We will be making some beautiful, lovely little enchiladas. I don't really normally make enchiladas. I think this is actually my first time historically making them. I've just seen it be made a million times, and I have a lot of things that could go into it. And this dish today was born out of a need of needing to get rid of everything that I have in my fridge. My dad took me out to an early birthday lunch yesterday, a nice visit with him. Happy to hear him motorbike. That's lovely. Sounds like a good time. What'd you guys eat? So we're gonna make some enchiladas today. And basically this happened because when we did the Friday cooking stream, when we did the tacos, we have a bunch of tortillas left over. We have a bunch of the salsa left over as well. We have a bunch of the beans left over. And in my mind, I was like, okay, well, I guess we just have to make a really, really beautiful enchilada at the moment. That's really what came to mind. So it's gonna be really nice. We're going to take the salsa that we've already made, right? This is the salsa that was like the charred tomatoes, the charred onions and garlic and everything. And we're going to make this exciting. We're gonna give it life again with some fresh chipotles and pasilla chilies, okay? So those are gonna get blended in, as well as a couple of herbs. The chicken is going to cook in that. And then we will also be having these refried beans. These beans I made last time as well. We'll just simply cook them again with a little bit of cumin and oregano this time. And then we're gonna get stuffed into the tortillas, and we're gonna chop it up, top it off with the cheese. It's gonna be really, really delicious. But first, the first step is actually going to be the process of making the corn tortillas. And this is once again something I cannot emphasize enough. There is no better corn tortilla than a freshly made one, be it from a local tortilla factory or one that you make yourself at home. They're night and day, okay, compared to really shitty grocery store bought corn tortillas that are rubbery and chewy and flavorless, and they splinter apart and they're nonsense, okay? And that's why today we'll be doing some of this. So we have a bowl, and you need to make corn tortillas. You need what is known as nixtamalized corn. In its dried form, it's commonly sold as maseca. And there is no super hard ratio. We tend to kind of like adjust and see how much water we end up needing every time that we do this. Wait, can I see the chicken? We'll get to the chicken. We're gonna debone a whole chicken today. So we'll do that in a little bit, but I'll show you when we get to it. We went to Swiss Chalet. Oh, nice. Sounds like a delicious time. What is my favorite Mexican food? My favorite Mexican food? It just has to be rice and beans. Rice and beans by themselves, can't live without them. Okay, so my friends, here's what's gonna happen. When you're making corn tortillas, there is no super hard ratio. Typically, you want to start with 3/4 of the amount of water, and it's hot water, not boiling, but just a little shy under. And 3/4 of a cup to a cup of flour. But we're going to end up adjusting, and usually I end up adjusting to need a lot more maseca, a lot more water, because I like a really nicely hydrated masa. I like a really, really nicely hydrated dough. Yeah, al pastor is lovely. You can't go wrong with al pastor. Okay, my friends. So, this is approximately a cup, whatever this measuring cup is, right? This isn't exactly a measuring cup. This is just a cup that I have in the kitchen. This isn't baking. This isn't the science. This is something that you're going to have to look at, and you're going to have to adjust every single time that you do it, okay? Swiping off my station really quickly. And so, we did a batch of corn tortillas last time, and we have some left over, but it wasn't enough to actually make enchiladas with. And so, that's why we're doing another batch right now. And so that was about a cup of flour. And then to that, in a kettle, I already have preheated a bunch of boiling water, okay? And this has to happen in advance. And the reason this has to happen in advance is because after we make the dough, it has to sit for around 30 minutes or so for all of the flour to hydrate. And then while that's happening, we'll work on the million other things that we have to get done. We are going to be busy today, okay? So, we're going to do almost to the top, about this much of the water. I should actually get a separate little plate so I can mix this around properly. Gonna put that down. We might have to measure up some more water in a little bit. Grab yourself a nice little vessel, a nice little spoon like so. I have a feeling this wooden one, the super, super tiny wooden one, is actually gonna be the perfect size. And I'll show you what a fully hydrated dough is supposed to look like, okay? It has to slightly stick to your hands, but it's not supposed to crumble or look dry. And we're going to basically keep on adjusting the moisture until we get to the desired consistency. We start with 1 to 3/4 of a cup, 1 cup of Maseka to 3/4 of a cup of hot water, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, so first step, you just want to incorporate the water as evenly as you can. It's still a little bit hot to the touch, so I'm not going to be able to use my hands quite yet, but we will move on over to the hands in just a moment. So we're just breaking up all of these little pockets that have the water suspended in them. 1 year sub anniversary. Oh my goodness, how exciting. Thank you for being here for quite a while, actually. Okay. Just break these up as much as you can. And then I promise you it's all gonna come together once we start smashing it into place, okay? The only reason it's not coming together at the moment is because all of these little clumps, they're holding in all of the water, right? So all we have to do is break it up. So let's get the dough off of the stick. Hello, my little Taza champ. Welcome. This looks like the KFC breading. Well, there's probably a reason for that, and the reason is when you're doing a fried chicken, you want a very my mouth decided not to make words today. You want a very heterogeneously textured breading because that's how you get the crispiest possible result. Okay? It's not just like a straight flour. You want basically a combination of large, medium, and small particles, and that's why having a heterogeneous breading is really good for those kinds of things. So there is a reason for that. But we're not making a breading, we're making a dough, and it's all going to come together. Man, I am exhausted. Last night was a big night, but guess what? I have a little cup of tea. I have a little bit of caffeine with me at the moment. Nothing quite like some tea. And I'm actually quite happy to be doing tortillas a second time this week because this is the kind of a thing that you really need to do over and over again to get a really good feel of it. And last time, the realization that we made was I'm probably cooking it too long because I have a really bad sense of time. And I'm also putting it on way too small of a heat. So I'm pretty excited to do the tortillas today. And I've also learned I can still keep giving it more and more water. Gotta go check on your beans, tell me how they go. So scrape up the sides, make sure you're not wasting any of the maseka on the edges, okay? Because it's just going to be impossible to clean later. The dried off dough, that is. Get it all in there, and then we're going to smash it all down. And I can already tell you, this is going to be able to take on a little bit more liquid, but a little smashing can't hurt. And guys, once again, this is not the kind of a thing that you can overmix. You can definitely undermix it. This isn't a dough that has gluten in it. This doesn't have any leavening in it, so you're not getting rid of leavening. You're not getting rid of any of the, there's no gluten to overmix to make it too tough. You just want to evenly incorporate this, okay? This is basically just starch and water. So mixing it all the way through. Okay, that is now quite homogeneous. So I can already tell you right now, it's a little bit too dry. And the way we test for that, we're gonna take a little ball, of the stuff, and you can see when we smash it down, the edges are really dry and crumbly, okay? So here's how we fix this. We're gonna smash all of this down yet again, create a nice flat layer, and then a pretty generous splash of water going in now. 1 and 2. I promise you it can take all of that. It looks wet now, but it's gonna get absorbed. It's gonna get nicely and beautifully hydrated. So get it all in there. It's gonna get quite sticky now. It's quite hot, so that's why I'm using my trusty little wooden spoon. Poke some holes, get it in there, get it incorporated. And then it's all gonna get soaked up and it's all gonna come together. Okay, that should be cool enough to touch, and it is. And now let's mix the water all the way through. And this is happening a lot faster than last time. I think my technique I was able to warm up on it on Friday. Get a little bit more confident in it. Smash it all down. And mix it all the way back through. Yeah, this actually might have been the perfect amount of water that we've just added. But you really want to mix it all the way through. That's the only way we can accurately tell the moisture content of the masa that we've just made. If it's too wet, it's going to stick to the pan as it cooks, okay? But this might actually be perfect. And you can see, the more we mix it, the more the masa is actually absorbing it, and the more cohesive it's becoming. Punch it all down. Oh, it's a little bit of a workout, isn't it? I've done this so many times, and every single time I get a little exasperated. Okay, now look at this dough. This looks a lot smoother. This looks a lot nicer now. That looks like a dough that we can make into some beautiful corn tortillas. Okay? Lovely. So, let's take a look. Roll it up into a ball. You can see that the ball is no longer like cracking at the edges. We're gonna go ahead and smash it down. And we can see these edges in comparison, they're quite smooth. No, grating cheeses objectively works. And guess what we'll have to do today? We'll have to grate cheese. I don't actually think that I bought enough cheese. And you know what? The person at the counter, the deli counter, she was like, only a quarter pound, that's not gonna be enough. And I was like, it'll be fine. It's just gonna be for like a topping for something. And then I realized I actually maybe want some cheese for the inside of my enchiladas. So I'm a little upset at myself. It's fine, but we'll figure it out. We'll see how much grated cheese we end up getting. Okay, give that one more mix through before we go ahead and set this aside. And we gotta work on all the other components. But yes, I am slightly annoyed at myself. Okay. Let's take a look. Take a ball of dough, smash it down, nice and smooth at the edges, okay? And it's not sticking to my hand, which is telling me it's not too wet. That means we're gonna go ahead and roll this up into a ball, and we're gonna cover it in plastic wrap, and we're going to let it sit until we're ready to make the tortillas. Also, hello, Dakota. It is lovely to see you again. Okay. The dough has been made, yet again, and I have a feeling that today's tortillas are gonna be better, even better than the ones from last time, because I have a better idea of how to do the heat and time on these things. 2 in a row, that's right. Well, thank you for being here. Okay. Shape this up into one big ball. And now let's take some plastic wrap. Love from Brazil. Why, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Okay. The masa has been made. Let's wrap it up, and we're going to go ahead and set this aside. The plastic wrap here is actually quite essential. Also, Devil's Foods, welcome, welcome. The plastic wrap is quite essential. Your accent is interesting and great. I hope you have a good stream. I thank you. You want to have plastic wrap because this dough has a tendency to dry out. Moisture, or perhaps the lack thereof, is the enemy of masa. Okay? So, nice and tight all the way around, and now we're going to let this sit and chill out. I can hear you. These aren't even AirPods. These are bone conducting headphones. They're really cool. Brooklyn accent needs to be globalized standard for English. God, that'd be so funny. Everybody just talks like Joey Wheeler. I've had Natalie over for 3 days, and she would not stop doing a fucking Joey Wheeler impression. I'm very annoyed. And she keeps doing the Sanji 4Kids dub voice. Do you know the Sanji from 4Kids? God, I'm so sick of it. It's fine. Hello, Sky. I hope you're having a beautiful day today. Anyhow, I'm fine. I'm not upset about it. I'm gonna go ahead and set this dough aside. Now I gotta work on the salsa, my friends, or rather the chicken, because it's going to cook with the salsa. So I'm really excited about it. We gotta get some components together. So let's get that started now. So we have the salsa from last time, okay? This is a little salsa roja that we blended up. This has the charred tomatoes, this has some charred onions, this has the charred garlic as well, and it all got blended together Oh, and it smells lovely. It smells so smoky. And it has some edible chilies as well. Sky Shark, it's really nice to see you as well today. So, we have some more chilies that we will be adding. We have a couple of extra friends that are joining the competition. And these, my friends, these are some gorgeous, beautiful, fresh, dried pasilla chilies. We're gonna have some of these. And then we also have some whole dried chipotles. And this, my friends, I say this every time I cook with them. I say this every single time. Anybody who's been here knows. This is the heart and soul of Mexican food. The biggest tragedy to me is the idea, the concept of a chili powder. The idea that you can go and get a McCormick branded generic fucking chili powder that sits on a shelf and you put it in something and you're like, huh, I guess that's kind of smoky, I guess that's kind of sweet, but you have no idea what kind of a chili it actually deviates from. This, my friends, is something else. This is something a lot more exciting. These are chilies with a known origin. These are pasilla chilies. These are really nice and fruity. These are chipotles. These are smoked and really, really spicy. There's so many different kinds of chilies. There's hundreds of chilies. They're all processed really, really differently. And the idea of a single product that says chili powder tells you nothing about them. It's the equivalent of saying meat paste. It's the same shit. What does that say? What kind of cut of meat? What kind of animal? It means absolutely nothing at all. And thus, we only use whole dried chilies in this household. Or, I guess if it's a chili powder, you can use stuff like Kashmiri chilies powder, like chipotle chili powder. But even then, pre-ground chili powder has a lot of its taste that gets lost. Okay? And the beauty with whole chilies is they are the most intact they can be. This is the least volatile state. In cooking, there is the idea of destructive prep, which is the more you actually process something, the more it has the potential to either spoil or lose flavor or both. And spices are a really good example of this. Whenever you have pre-ground spices and they sit in a container, they're losing their taste and smell faster than spices that stay whole and intact. And thus, these will be infinitely more flavorful than spices that have been sitting in your cupboard for a million years, okay? That have lost all flavor, that have lost all character at that point. So we're gonna actually do one more pasilla chili. Just throw that bad boy in. This is where the magic is, okay? We don't use chili powder. We only use whole, beautiful, dried chilies. And they all have something different to say. They're all so individual, you know? So here's what we gotta do. The chicken is going to essentially boil with the salsa, almost like we're making a tinga. And it's going to boil with the chilies and the salsa that we made previously. And so to start this process, here's what we gotta do. We're gonna go take some handy dandy little scissors. Where are they at? And I'm gonna show you guys how to prep some dried chilies. Yes, well, that's a whole dried chili. I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna show you guys how to prep these. We're gonna go ahead and take some scissors for the pasillas. We're gonna snip off the top. Then we're going to go down the length of the chili, make an incision, like so. And then we're just going to peel the whole thing open, crack it open. And inside is gonna be all the seeds. We don't want the seeds, okay? And we have the bitter white part of the chili as well. The pith, I believe. Actually, I don't even know exactly what it's called. But we're gonna tear this up into some small pieces. You don't have to get like every single little seed out, but try to get most of them out. And they come out quite easily. And you can see we have this beautiful dried chili. Now, here's the thing. How do you know if your dried chilies are fresh or not? Well, you want them to be somewhat leathery. You don't want them to be completely dry and crunchy. You want them to have some bend. So you see how this is like bending and not like snapping and turning into a powder in my hands? That's a good indication that these are fresh. Oh, you're asking if they're guajillo. And the answer is no, these are pasillas. But excellent question. I don't actually know exactly, I mean, I know the look of the difference between guajillos and pasillas, but I can't tell you exactly what the taste difference is. I haven't done like a side-by-side comparison. Okay. Let me get this paper towel out of here so you guys can see the de-seeding process a little bit better. Okay. You see this chili, this one is not so fresh because it's a lot more crunchy, but that's totally okay. Country girls make do. We'll go ahead and take our scissors and we'll snip down the whole length as much as we can. and get rid of any little bits of seeds, okay? These do look great. Intrusive thought, I want to put some chili seeds up my nose. You don't want to do that. That's actually a terrible idea. Why would you? Well, that is, I guess it is an intrusive thought. I'm glad that you didn't act upon it. Okay. And chicken, we're basically going to boil in the salsa and then shred it. And then we're going to mix it back in with some of the salsa. It's going to be great. Okay. Got to get rid of these seeds. Excellent. Next one. We'll go ahead and snip this bad boy up. Oh yeah, come on, big boy. Get out of there. I know you don't want to be there. You don't want to be involved with this. These are a little small, so it's kind of difficult to actually take scissors and go down the whole length. And they're a little drier than I would like, but that's okay. Tear these up into pieces so that they soak up evenly. And we're going to blend it all together once it's done, okay? Actually, I should have probably put that in a stainless steel pot. Ooh, well, it'll be fine. Yes, yeah, I understand. Okay. Now, here's the thing. These chipotles are so tiny, that's a little difficult on some of them to tell where they begin and end. But I think I found it for this one. These are the ones that you really want to take the seeds out of because otherwise it'll be way too hot. And chipotles are beautiful. They add a really, really nice smokiness. They're one of the most distinct chilies in my mind. Unfortunately, we don't have those. I take some generic fresh chili and smoke it myself. I would order some on the internet. That's what I would do. I do not think that you are equipped to actually, I don't know what the process of smoking these on your own is like, to be able to get this kind of a texture. A dehydrator would probably be the best bet to actually just get like a dried chili that is shelf stable. Otherwise, smoking it yourself, you gotta have the technical know-how to do so. And I don't have that, so I don't know how to properly advise you on how to do that, if that makes sense. Okay. Come on, big boy. I think that's the cap. Yes, it is. Sweet. Getting all these seeds out yet again. Crack it open. You know, I might have considered doing this with gloves. Also, hi, Ritual. Thank you so much for this up. Hope you enjoy playing. I should have probably taken some gloves to do this because these are the chipotle, so these are pretty spicy. And these are going to stay in my fingers, which might be a bit of a hassle later on, but that's okay. Now, go ahead and clean up my station a little bit. Once again, my friends, we have all of the beautiful pasilla chilies. We have all of the beautiful chipotle chilies. We're going to dump in all of the salsa that we made from last time, okay? This has some arbol chili, so it already has a considerable amount of heat. And we're going to clean this up with some water because we need a little bit of extra water to hydrate everything when this all cooks down. Okay, that should be plenty. Pour this in. Lovely. You always learn so much? Well, I'm happy to hear it. That's what I'm trying to do here. Okay, that's done. Next, I'm trying to think, do I want any other aromatics or components into today's salsa? And the answer is actually going to be yes. I have a red onion that I want to quickly chop up and throw in here as well. And this I'm not going to color anything. This is just to give it some more onion flavor. Okay? So once again, that's the salsa that we made last time when we tried all the different components. We're just going to take this onion from last time, and I'm just going to chop this up into pieces so it's able to cook. Lovely. Don't have to worry about it being too small. Again, it's all going to be blended up. And the onion is also going to help thicken everything. Okay, that is the base of the salsa. And then finally, the last step is going to be deboning a whole chicken. And we're going to cook the chicken in this as all of this cooks down. So, Smash players obviously cook the best. So true. Okay, let's get working on the chicken, my friends. And now it is time for us to officially glove up. Gonna get my favorite little black latex gloves on. I have a beautiful whole chicken right here. I'm gonna show you guys the process of deboning this. And so as usual, I bought a whole chicken, I patted it dry, I put it on a sheet tray in the fridge so that it can dry off. The most unpleasant thing that you can do is cut wet meat. Okay? It makes a mess on a cutting board. It is ridiculous. So, I'm gonna glove up, just so it makes my process and my life a little bit easier. I'm gonna show you guys how we do this. So, I think today, I might just make shredded chicken out of both the legs, or out of the thighs and the breasts both. But we'll see how much meat I get out of the breasts. Some paper towels for when we need it. Glove up. Okay. Let's grab a little friend. We're going to make a quick little incision on the leg skin. We're going to separate it, okay? Just like so, not pull on the breast skin. Then we're going to take it, flip it on its backside, pop out the joint, just like so. And then we go ahead and we slice off the oyster, don't forget the oyster of the chicken, this little bit of meat right here. And then we just take the whole leg off. Actually, I don't know what I'm running into here. Come on, there you go. That's one leg off. Excellent, nice and easy. And we're never cutting through bone when we're cutting chicken, okay? It's just following the direction of everything, is all that we're doing. So once again, take this, flip it on its backside. It's actually just peeling off this time. And then we're going to go ahead and cut off all of this meat, go through the leg, and that's another leg cut off. Excellent. The best salsa is molcajete salsa. Well, I mean, I guess. Like, are you talking about like a hot one that's made, or just like anyone that's like hand ground? I really do like the texture of ground salsas in a molcajete because it's like not like a pure cream. But in this case, for enchiladas, I really do like having a pure cream. But yes, I do generally agree. I do like the texture of them. So here's what we're doing. We're making an incision where the wing meets the breast, and then we're just popping out the joint. We can see the separation of the two. So we have a knife, we have a bone, and this is the joint right here. And we're just slicing through the cartilage. We're never slicing through bone. And the wings pop off just like that. Sweet. Okay, guess what? That is most of the chicken deboning actually done now. Last step is going to be us taking out the breasts. So we're going to smash this down just so that it lies flat. And then we have the breastbone right here that runs along the center. Natalie, my hair is falling on my face. Could you help me out, please? Please, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to keep asking you to do this probably. Yeah, I just refuse to wear a hair tie. I don't like when my hair is tied up. Okay, breastbone, running down the center. We're going to take our knife. We're going to go on either side of the breastbone. I'm starting with the right breast, right here. And we're making an incision. We're not cutting all the way. All we're doing is we're making an incision into the flesh and cutting the skin. Okay? Chef's hat required. God, that'd be so funny if I started wearing a chef's hat on stream. Okay. So the breastbone's right here down the center. We're going to cut like this, and then make one horizontal cut this way. And now we have one beautiful breast exposed. We're going to separate the breast and the tender this time, but it doesn't really matter because it's all going to get shredded up anyways. And we can use our thumb to basically separate the two of them. We can just cut off all of this breast meat. We can even just tear it off, just like so. My friends, look at that. One beautiful intact breast that might have actually been the best butchery I've ever done. Whoa, look at that. Look at this beautiful breast. Okay, we're going to set that aside for a second. And look at that. We have basically taken off the whole thing. Whoa, I'm pretty impressed with myself. Not bad. Okay, next. And we will have to, unfortunately, deskin these, but that's okay. So once again, we're making an incision. We're not cutting through all the way. Then we're going to go ahead on the other side, make another incision. We're going to separate the tender from the bone. Just use a thumb alongside it. Okay? pop out the meat right here. Pop out the meat again. Come on, buddy. What am I going through cartilage there? It really doesn't want to come off right now. Interesting. And you can basically just peel the whole thing off. It just wants to come off, okay? Oh no, this one is actually not so pretty this time. You don't really have to use your knife at this stage if you did it correctly, but that should be one intact breast, one intact tender, and this is the leftover carcass. I think we did a pretty good job, actually. Okay, great. We can set this aside. I have no more use for this. And now, as for the breast and the tender, we're just going to throw this into the pot with the salsa, okay? The only thing is we could theoretically, you know what? I'm going to try something. Natalie, could you get me a fork from the drawer? I'm going to try something. So this is something that I've seen people do, where they basically take a fork and a towel, and they're able to rip off the tender from the tendon. Because along a chicken tender, the only thing that's really making it tough is this little tendon right here. Yes, and that's what I do. I always save the bones. And apparently, if you get a really nice grip on this thing, let's say we take a towel, something nice and dry, okay? We take a towel nice and dry, and we go ahead and we grab this. Apparently, whoa, the whole thing actually did just come out. We took out the whole tendon. That's pretty sick. Hello. Very, very nice. So, that's the tender. This is the breast, nice and intact. Beautiful. Then we're going to take the other breast and do the same exact thing. So, I should actually just do this thing more. I've seen people do this, and I didn't actually know how effective it was, and now I guess it's been proven that it's somewhat effective. You can just go into your tender. You can pop out this little tendon right here. You can go in there with a fork or so, get a nice grip on it, and pull out the... It just pulls out. That's fucking crazy. Okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that we can really do it that easily. Okay, that tender is also going in. Then we're going to go ahead and peel back the skin. Unfortunately, we don't have much use for the skin today because we're going to shred up this chicken. So it just comes right off nice and easily, just like so. Plop that back into the salsa. And now I'm trying to think, how much meat do we have? And do I need to debone some thighs? Fuck it, we'll debone some thighs. We'll do it. So I'm gonna show you guys how to debone some thighs. We have a whole chicken leg. The leg and the thigh are attached, the drum and the thigh. You wanna find this fat line. Look at this line of fat. You see this thing? Right here. You don't have to worry about where the joint is meeting or anything. Just find the fat line and slice down. And then it easily separates every single time. One beautiful thigh, one beautiful leg, just like that. And set aside the leg. Next, we'll take the other leg and do the same thing. We're gonna find the fat line. Nice and easy. Here's the fat line. Slice down, and we're never going through bone, we're always cutting through the joint, and we get the process done. It's just that simple. Beautiful. And now, here's how we debone the thigh. Here's all we have to do. We go ahead and we take our knife. We're going to first make an incision down the middle. And we basically, what we're trying to do is, we're trying to cut along either side of the bone and peel off the meat from it, is what we're doing, okay? Trying to get as close to the bone as possible so that we're not wasting any meat if possible. Okay. This one was a little bit messy. It's not the most efficient I've ever done. We're just going to scrape down. And then we have a leg meat, or rather the thigh meat popped out. We have the bone popped out, and we go ahead and we cut off the thigh bone. And that should be an entire intact chicken thigh. And so it is. Look at that. And now we're going to take off the skin, same as before. We don't have any use for the skin, because it's all gonna get shredded up. One thigh, done. Boneless and skinless. Next step is gonna be this thigh. Same exact process. Grab your thigh, make an incision along the center of the bone, okay? Lay it down nice and flat. And we're going to go on either side of the bone and try to scrape off as much of that meat as possible. Do I repost these cooking streams on YouTube? I should. I should be doing that. They're currently up on Twitch, but I have a link to the VOD channel that I just have not updated, so I really, really need to get on that. I know Taz is very happy to see that question too. I need to really get on it. I really need to do it before it's too late. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and take off the skin one last time. And that should be it. Beautiful. Okay, my friends, we have officially deboned an entire chicken. I'm going to go ahead and put this back into my fridge in just a moment, and I'll show you everything that we've accomplished. Ooh. My lips are a little dry today. Wow. Okay. I'm going to throw this back into the fridge. You like skin? Well, it's not going to happen because we're going to shred this chicken and the skin is going to make a weird, like, gelatinous boiled texture. I only like the skin if it's crispy. And we don't have the opportunity for crispy chicken skin in this dish. Sorry. Okay. Here's what has to happen. Just going to go ahead and pick this up. Get rid of all of this. And now, my friends, take a look. This is the salsa. And this is the chicken that's going to cook in the salsa. We're going to essentially just boil it until it's done. We're going to take it out. We're going to shred it up. Okay? And then we will take everything else that's left over. We'll take the onions, the chilies, and we're going to blend it all together. And it's going to make something really, really beautiful and delicious. So let's go on over to the stove. I have a pan there, and I have to put it away. In the meantime, we have a couple of other things that we can work on. Don't worry about a little anything. This is going to take about 15 minutes. What happened to the chicken legs? They went back into the fridge. So this is the chicken thighs, the chicken breasts, and the chicken tenders. The legs we're not using for today because I just need meat that I can easily shred. Okay, lovely. That's been done. That all now has to cook down. I'm just putting some more dishes away while I have the chance to do so. Okay. What is the McCormick spice pack? Oh, I'm sorry. I left it when I did last time. What happened to the chicken beak? I did leave the head at the butcher. They offered me the head and I didn't need it for today. And I don't really make stocks with the heads either. I don't really know how to utilize and implement a chicken head actually. Not exactly my field of expertise. Okay, next step. We have to think about all the components that are going into the enchilada, okay? We have the refried beans aspect. We have the, I'm trying to think what else. We have refried beans. We have to grate a little bit of cheese that's going to go on top. We have to blend the salsa when all of that comes together. So I think in the meantime, we can work on the refried beans. Last time I did the stream, I made this beautiful, gorgeous batch of chorizo beans. And all that's going to happen for the refried beans is I am going to add some more fresh spices to it and add a bunch of butter. Oh my God. Hello. Hi, welcome to see. Oh, it's been so long. I haven't seen you in like a year. It's lovely to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I have these beautiful beans. They cooked with a bunch of chorizo. They cooked with a bunch of sazon. They cooked with a bunch of chicken stock as well, bay leaves, onions, and garlic. So they're really, really delicious. The beans brought you, well, welcome on in. And so, in order to do the refried beans today, I'm thinking I want to cook them in a bunch of fat. Am I going to smush them beans? Oh, I am. Oh, don't you worry about that. In fact, I might just move some stuff on the stove around so that I have space to do that. Also, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Very, very sweet of you. It's lovely to see you again. It's been forever. Okay. We are going to set up a pan with a bunch of butter in it. Okay? Because I don't have any lard. I don't have any like shortening on me. but I do have butter. And I just like buttery fried beans. Even if it's not like completely traditional, I do find it quite delicious. So, we're gonna go back to the stove. Chorizo is a pork sausage. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And traditionally, you would use lard. And this does have plenty of fat. But to me, the most important thing in refried beans is plenty of fat. So I'm trying to figure out what would be a suitable vessel for something like this. Because I need to smush it down. And I only have like a metal potato masher. Okay, I have a stainless steel pan that is well suited to the job at hand. Okay, that's gonna go on heat. Nice medium heat. Medium high also. And all that's gonna happen, we're gonna add the chorizo back in, or the chorizo beans back in. We're gonna cook it down with a bunch of butter, and we're gonna smash the whole thing. And it's gonna be delicious, okay? Great, glad we're all on the same page. I should move this out of the way. I'm trying to think, do I want any other components in this? It does kind of have everything that it really needs. Like the beans were really, really seasoned and they're really delicious as it is. So the only thing we're gonna worry about is just making them a little bit extra fattier and more sumptuous, I suppose. And when I say extra fatty, I mean like half a stick of butter, okay? It's gonna be rich. Do I want anything else in this? I already have all the onions that I could possibly want. I think that's it. I think that's actually just gonna be it. Great. And as for preheating the pan, we don't wanna get this too hot or anything. And the idea of refried beans is a bit of a misnomer. They're not like refried. They just get kind of heated up again and cooked again. And you typically do them with leftover beans. But they're not fried. The only thing is you're adding a bunch of fat to them and you're smashing them down, okay? Oh, I wish I had some lard for this. Lard would have been perfect. It would have been the perfect addition. Oh well. Such is how it is, I suppose. And then we also gotta grate some cheese. So butter is melting down. When it's all melted down, we'll add in all of these beans. We'll let them cook down and we'll smush them. And that's going to be half of the filling for the enchiladas. And half of it is going to be the shredded chicken that's gonna get mixed in with the salsa. It's gonna be really, really delicious. Okay. What else am I missing? The dough is resting. We made the masa for the tortillas, right? That's just sitting and chilling out. That's going to sit for maybe like another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll make all the tortillas. And then I have to grate the cheese. I think we could probably get started on that soon. So I'm just gonna set up my station for that now. I only have a 1/4 pound of cheddar to go through, so we'll see how that does. We'll see. Butter is almost totally melted down. 1/4 pound of cheddar right here. And that's just going to be for the top. And if I have enough of it, I'll try to mix it in, but I don't think I do. You guys following? Great. So, in here, we will go in with all of our beans. They're already perfectly seasoned. They don't need anything else at the moment. Just a bunch of butter. Oh, look at that. They're frying in all that fat, the chorizo fat as well. It's gonna be delicious. And we're just trying to get them really, really nice and soft, nice and warm again. And then we'll smash it all down. It's gonna be perfect. Oh my God, those beans with all that butter, that's somehow even better. That is saying a lot. They were fantastic. This might have been the best batch of beans I've ever made. I really like my beans. Okay. Gordon Ramsay will appear and scream at Dara. Well, that's okay, because Gordon Ramsay's a fucking hack. He doesn't know what he's talking about ever. He doesn't know shit. He's a little sellout millionaire. This is gonna be delicious. Even Gordon Ramsay would lick his fingers after that. I don't want his approval. I want nothing to do with him at all. I have a lot of mean things to say about him. A lot of very unpleasantries. Anyhow. Why do I hate him? Oh. You've asked me a beautiful question, haven't you? I'm quite happy about this. Why do I hate Gordon Ramsay? It's a good question. There was a time where Gordon used to have some really, really interesting documentaries or like videos be made about him. Okay? There was a time when he did things sincerely and out of actual killer love for something that he does, and maybe out of the desire to, you know, be well, how do I say it? Just to do his profession well. And what happened is, he achieved an amount of material success, and all that passion was gone. And he knows nothing about food, nothing. He knows nothing at all. Yes, Boiling Point, the really, really old stuff, and even like original Kitchen Nightmares, some of it was actually really, really compelling videos. However, when it comes to his understanding of food, it's pretty fucked. Watching him go to other cultures and absolutely butcher their cuisine without necessarily taking any time to understand the theory of what he is doing. The things that he would say, like, oh, you have to do these things, and demonstrating incorrect techniques, throwing around jargon despite not actually employing those mechanisms at hand, he does not know what he is talking about. His food is very empty, and it's not very technical either. And everything about him is actually just selling an image. It's every other celebrity chef. It's selling an image that this is somebody that you should listen to so that they can go ahead and sell products. So I really dislike Gordon Ramsay. I don't think his food is that interesting. We're talking shit about Gordon Ramsay. Yes, well, if we're talking about like sincere intentions, there was a time where there was sincere intentions, and then he got wealthy enough and he was like, okay, great, this is my job now. But his cooking videos, God, they are brutal. They're actually brutal. He just runs around, he works fast, and he doesn't teach you anything useful. He doesn't actually teach you fundamentals. He just kind of spits things back out without really explaining why they work or why things happen the way that they did. And there's very few people that ever talk so candidly about, but he deserves it because he makes that much money. Okay. He's just running around, he's just doing shit. Okay. He's just not very good. He's not very good at what he does, and I don't think his food is very interesting either. That's all. Anyhow, that's me talking shit about Gordon Ramsay. That should conclude. My friends, the beans, all we really needed them to do, we don't want to reduce too much of this liquid. We do need the liquid to carry us through this. We just wanted to get them soft enough that we can mash it all up. And then, we've melted the butter down. We've heated it back up. We're going to go in with our potato masher and just process these bad boys. You don't want to go all the way, but you want something nice and smooth and creamy and still leave enough chunks of beans that you get this really, really nice mixed texture product, okay? So smashing all of this down. We're not going to go too crazy with it. We just want something to get nice and thick. We can shut off the heat, actually. We don't really need this to cook down more. Chicken is cooking. Excellent. It just has to go on its own for a little bit. Lovely. That is some beautifully fried beans, I have to say. We can just process this a couple more times, but again, I want to intentionally leave some chunks. I don't want this to just be a puree, okay? And we have all the chunks of chorizo in there as well. Did my music stop? Is it over? I think it's over. Okay. Too many questions? No such thing. Sometimes I just can't keep up with all of them, which is actually a good problem to have. So I do appreciate you guys being here. Where did I learn to cook? I am self-taught. I used to apprentice at a restaurant, but I only learned a couple of technical things. Well, I'm glad. I want to show you guys how to cook at home. That's what I think is most interesting. Because this is the way that most people should be cooking and eating. And there's so many things that have been lost. There's so many things that people don't understand. And that's what I want to help people with. Okay, those are the refried beans. I want to taste them, and it is effectively the delicious beans that we made last time, except with the addition of more butter. That's all that it really is. It's actually just more delicious than it was before. All right, I'm gonna taste these, and then I'm going to get Natalie to taste them after I'm done tasting it, is what's gonna happen. That's pretty excellent. Natalie, would you like some beans? They're hot because they were just cooked in a bunch of butter.
Oh, that's nice. They taste the bean over here.
You keep doing the fucking Joey Wheeling impression. I'm so sick of this. It's fine. It was a good bean, wasn't it? It was a good bean. Okay. I'm pretty happy about that. That's done. That just has to now go ahead and chill out. I'm going to set it to the side. It did its job. Okay. No, I don't have a camera person. I just happen to have a certain somebody visiting me, is all. Okay. I'm gonna have some water. I'm gonna go ahead and grate the cheese now. The chicken I'm actually just gonna put back onto this, only because you guys will be able to see it better. I'm doing this for you, really. Okay. Let's get grating. We have about a 1/4 pound of cheddar cheese. I'm gonna snag a glove because it gets quite sticky. And I'd prefer to do that. Last stream was the first appearance, it was. She is unfortunately leaving tomorrow, but I'm just happy to have her. Okay. The salsa is cooking, the chicken is boiling away, and once that's cooked, we're gonna shred it down. Cheddar cheese in hand, it's time for us to grate. Oh, my favorite. And again, guys, freshly grated cheese, so much of a better product, so much more delicious. Doesn't have any of those nasty little anti-clumping agents. But definitely a hassle. Oh. Ugh. Oh, I hate this. As much as I complain about this every time, as much as I enjoy the product and what actually like freshly grated cheese does, man, I hate doing it. It'll be fine. I gotta stop being a baby about it. It's gonna be okay. All right. That's one little batch of cheddar cheese done, and we actually might have enough to go into the filling. Yes, so when you do it like this, the issue is all of it stays on your cutting board, and then you have to go back in and you have to pick it up, and it's a bit of a mess. Have I tried making cheese? No, I never have. And I don't think I ever will because I'm not equipped to start like fermenting and aging cheeses at home. But I like doing it like this, so it easily picks it up and we're not working against gravity. Okay? All the way through. And now my cheese is starting to fall apart. We'll see how much more we can actually push all of this. Ooh. And we got a little cheese to snack on. The best part. Okay. Come on, big boy. Ugh. This ain't easy, guys. It's really difficult work. I'm doing this for you. Specifically you. That's it. I'm talking about you, buddy. I hope you feel special. Do you feel special? You should. Everything I'm doing is to make you feel that way. Okay. Go ahead and get the cheese. Back in there. Come on, buddy. You got this. Ugh. Okay, this is now fallen completely apart. I wonder if I can turn this into like a chunk again and grate it, but the answer is not really. Okay, that's fine. Let's get this. Ow, did I just cut myself? I don't think I did. I'm fine. Okay. Natalie, would you like some cheese? I'll give it to you like a handshake. Extend your hand. Extend your hand. A little thing right here. What? That's for you.
Thank you.
I thought it'd be funny if I did it like that. That's a lot of cheese, isn't it? There's a lot of cheese.
Would you like some cheese back?
I can't, huh?
Would you like some cheese back?
Yeah, I just want a little bite. Thanks. Okay, let me drop some. That's fine. I'm not upset. Wow, why thank you. It's very sweet. All right. This is a 1/4 pound of cheddar cheese. I'll grate it up. And that actually might be enough. I think that's enough. That should be enough for today. I don't have to go and buy any more or anything. Oh, why thank you. Very sweet of you. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take my bench scraper. And I'm going to get rid of any remaining cheese on my cutting board. it's nice to have a little scraping tool to do so. It's my favorite kitchen tool. I have a lot of really nice ones, but a bench scraper is really, truly indispensable. You can't go wrong with one. So you take it like this, and just pick it all up, and all that goes onto my plate. Lovely. So we're getting all of the components slowly but surely done with, okay? The chicken is going, the cheese is grated, the beans are also accomplished, they're finished. And I think what has to happen now is I want to move my beans over to a different container so I can just scoop it when it's ready to go. Let's go ahead and do that now. So it's not also sitting on like a hot metal pan. Ugh. And now, my friends, the beautiful refried beans that we just made. And soon the chicken should actually be ready to pull out. I'm pulling it out. This is so heavy. I might have to put this down and pick it back up again. Okay, there you go. That seems to do the job. God, I love refried beans so much. They're actually just one of my favorite foods. Okay. Oh, the chorizo smell is gorgeous. Lovely. Oh, those are some really good refried beans, man. Also, thank you so much for the sub. Hope you're having a beautiful day today. You caught me with a mouthful of beans when you subbed to me, so thank you. Okay, that's done. That's been accomplished. Look at these things, huh? Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and take a second to throw some dishes into dishwasher because I'm starting to accumulate. Man, I love beans. You know, I was like, why is my nose bleeding? I touched my nose after I was opening up the Chipotles. I'm an idiot. I am so dumb. Okay. Fucking love beans, man. Can't get enough of them. Oh no, darling, you licked the spoon that you were cooking with. Ah, I'm in my house. Glad we cleared that up. I don't think anybody was saying that, but just in case you were thinking it in your head, I'm in my damn house, and I will lick all of my spoons that I use to stir with as I please. Okay, next up, I'm gonna put some of these away as well. Oh, I have another mess of dishes again, but that's okay. That's fine. That's what cooking is all about, isn't it? It sure is. Chicken is going. We can probably pull it now. Actually, I think it should be ready to take out. Yeah, it's been cooking for like 15 minutes or so. I think, right? That's when we about set it on. We can also just go ahead and poke at it. In the meantime, I'll get like my blending station set up because we have to blend down the salsa and we have to take out the chicken. We have to shred it up too, right? So both of that has to happen. I'm gonna get my respective stations ready. This is the cheese, these are the beans. I'm gonna set them aside now. And then once we're done with the making of the salsa, we'll do the tortillas. Have I repaired my pressure cooker? No, I actually think there was a crack on my lid. I found a crack on it, so, ugh. I don't totally know what I'll do about that yet, but we'll see. Okay, put a bunch of stuff away. What do we have to do? We have to set up the blending station. Thank you. This is gonna be the blending station. It's all gonna go into this lovely little cup right here. And this is gonna be the stick blender. And I'm gonna go ahead and plug in my blender again. And we're gonna get nice and creamy and smooth salsa all the way through, okay? Give that another minute. And then the chicken should be tender enough for us to shred into pieces. And we'll let the salsa cool down for like a second, but the hotter something is, the easier it is to blend. Is a really nice rule of thumb to remember. And that's why it's nice to have a stick blender that lets you blend hot things. You can't really blend hot things in something like an enclosed blender, like a Ninja Bullet or whatever they're called, because they're airtight. So it'll cause like it to like burst from all the pressure and steam. So you really don't want to do that. Okay. Chicken, we're gonna go ahead and pull out. And then we're going to scoop the salsa and blend it all together. So I'm going to grab some tongs. I'm gonna throw these onto a plate. And then I guess I should also preheat the oven while I'm at it. Make sure it's devoid of any pieces of chilies, because all the chilies have to go into the salsa, okay? All of it. Every single last one. Oh, these chicken breasts look excellent. Super, super flavorful. They cook down in that salsa. They've imparted a lot of the chickeny flavor into the salsa as well. Okay, we're looking around. Is there anything that we missed? That's just pieces of onions. There should still be, yeah, there you go. That's some of the tender, some of the chicken tender. I have one thigh, I have two thighs, I have tender breast. Do I have any more meat? Because I really don't want the texture of blended meat. Texture of blended meat is really, really unpleasant. Okay. I'll go through this one more time once I put it into my cup. So look at this, huh? This is all the chicken. It's poached down. We'll shred it with a couple of forks. And while that's going, I believe we could probably set the oven on, because we need like a 400-degree oven for when we do the enchiladas themselves. Okay? So I'll get that done now. I'll get started on that right now. Everything is moving quite fast, okay? We got places to be. Bake. 400 degrees. And now we're going to go ahead and ladle in all of the salsa that we made into a container. We're going to blend it all up. All of that's going in now. Beautiful. It's boiling hot is the only thing. Actually, can I just pour it in, or is that going to make a mess? Let's try pouring it in. We'll see how well that goes for us. And for this, we want a really, really smooth salsa, okay? We don't want any chunks in there whatsoever. Because you want a salsa that you can dip the tortillas into. You want a salsa that's going to go into the shredded chicken. You want a very nice, beautiful cream, okay? Ooh, we're going to have to do like 2 batches. Ah, I see what you are. Okay, that kind of sucks, but that's okay. We'll have to do 2 batches of blending. We'll figure it out. Country girls make do. Put on the blender. Give a little test. It looks good. And now, on it goes. Every now and then, we're just going to put it back up so we're taking care of any big chunks. And now, this is a beautiful salsa. Oh, I'm so excited. This thing is going to be spicy. I don't have an issue with that. Natalie, is that a problem? Not at all. Look at this. Oh, what a gorgeous salsa. Okay. I have thought of doing a YouTube cooking. Well, I have no... Ooh, I need to stop touching my face with like my hands that are like covered in chilies. I don't have much interest in doing content that is like YouTube cooking content, but I would upload the streams. I don't know. We'll see what happens in the future. I just really like live production. I love being able to talk to a live audience. That's always been something I've loved doing. That is what that phrase means. That is what country girls make do means, okay? Don't look it up. Okay. Nice and smooth all the way through. Look at that. Beautiful salsa. we're going to go ahead and dump that into a separate vessel because I need to stop touching my nose. Oh, ow, ah. You know, like the Peter Griffin sound. That's me right now. What? I could use gloves. I'm not going to, but I could. Theoretically, I could do a lot of things. It's fine. I'm not upset. I'm not taking it out on you. Okay, look at this beautiful bowl of salsa, huh? We're going to go ahead and go in with the rest of it. And we're going to keep the pot itself because that's where we will put in all of the shredded chicken. Okay? Boop. And toss the rest of that in right now. Get it all in there. Please definitely don't touch your eyes. We'll see what happens. I'll forget about that. I understand your word of caution comes from a good place. Do not underestimate my ability to make stupid decisions. What got you interested in cooking? Spite. I started cooking out of spite. And what I mean by that is I grew up eating Russian food and I got sick of it. And so I was like, I want to eat other things. And so I taught myself how to make other things. And so I learned how to cook so that I could eat those other things. It all worked out. Okay. Going back in. Last blending session. Any blenders in chat? Any blenders? Oh. Natalie, can you grab me a paper towel, please? Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. I'm sorry to make you run around like this. I'm being a little messy today. It's been a long day, okay? So, back to the blending. Blenders. Can we get a blend champ in chat, please? Sorry. I don't know why. I felt the need to like embody like a streamer at the moment. I don't typically do that. You watch another cooking show on TV? That's the ultimate goal. Nice and smooth. Beautiful. Okay. This is the dry cooking show. You already here. You already made it. Okay. That should be plenty fine enough now. And then we're gonna give it this whole thing a lovely little taste and see how it's coming along. This is going in my sink. In she goes. I don't think, did I just touch my face again? I just touched my cheek. I got some salsa on my face. Okay, let's go ahead and give this a taste. Oh, yes, Bobby Filet. Did you write Bobby Filet? Yes, I think he's a hack too. He's just another content boy. He's another Food Network content boy. Okay. Oh, that's spicy. That's really fucking good though. Babe, you want to try this enchilada sauce? This is perfect. It's a little undersalted. We'll fix that in a little bit, but.
Oh, that's good.
And then it comes in a little bit later. The spice comes in a little after. Okay. Let's go ahead and unplug my blender. I have no more use for it at this point. We have a lot of steps left. Holy shit. We have a lot to do. Enchiladas are quite involved. But you know what? This is a Sunday meal. I'm trying to make a lovely little Sunday dinner. All right? Salsa, officially blended. What if there's not really someone off stream? Yeah, the whole time I'm like, hey guys, yeah, this is this beautiful woman visiting me from, you don't know her. She doesn't live here. Yeah, I swear she's real, guys. She's real. I promise you she's very real. All right. Now, it's time, my friends, to shred up a little bit of chicken. We're gonna do it classic style. We're gonna take a couple of forks and we're going at it. All right, the chicken is already fully cooked on the inside. We just want to shred this up nice and fine, okay? I should have actually just dumped the rest of this salsa back into this pot. And then I'm gonna use this as my transfer vessel to get back to the pot. She just goes to a different Twitch chat. Yeah, you guys haven't seen her on stream. She goes to, she chats in a different stream channel. Huh? Okay, that chicken is lovely. It's really nicely cooked. Okay. But again, it doesn't matter if it's like even like overcooked and dry because it's going to get dunked in a shit ton of salsa, right? Actually, no, wait. I can't put the chicken back into the salsa. Ooh, it's a good thing I separated these two. The chicken has to be in a separate vessel for at least now. And later, it'll get integrated. But I need some of the salsa on the bottom, okay? Delicious. For at least right now, the chicken has to stay separated. Doesn't shred very easily. Could have cooked it longer to probably get that done, but that's okay. Oh, fuck. That's really good. Okay. Scoop that up, throw that in here. It's really spicy. Luckily, the other components are not, so it's going to like really balance it out. But I'm enjoying this, the heat. Okay, next one going on now. Got a couple chicken tenders. They shrunk up quite a bit as they boiled down. Yeah, these are basically non-existent at this point. That's already shredded up. Sweet. Another chicken breast. Yeah, it's not coming apart in like really nice strings or anything. I don't think I'm going like with the grain of the chicken nearly as much as I could be in order to achieve that. You do have to like cook it so like it's bone dry for it to like really nicely shred up. But it's doing the job now. It's getting apart. We're getting it together. It's going parallel to the grain of the chicken to shred it up. And we're going to mix it up with our hands too. So any like big pieces left, we'll take care of ourselves, okay? And by hands, I mean gloves. I'm not going to touch my salsa with my hands. I promise. Yes, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. You're absolutely right. Okay, next thigh, going in now. We'll see how it splits up. Yeah, these are shredding a little bit better, for sure. God, I love chicken thighs so much. They're just the best. Happy to help. Okay. That's one chicken thigh. And then the other. I'm the best chicken shredder you've ever seen. That is a very high compliment. Thank you, Dakota. It's a very nicely passed down art. Okay. That's fine. Again, my hands are going to take care of the rest of it, so it's totally okay for it to be a little bit rough. I'm just getting some of the bulk done. Okay, and the chicken tender just totally falls apart. That's fine. Good. That's all the chicken. Gonna grab a glove. I'm just gonna go through it now. Just take care of any big pieces left. It is tender. And this is some of the sauce that's getting mixed in with. It's gonna get mixed in with more, so don't you worry. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. I could have actually gotten a second glove for this. And then I'll be able to really pull it apart. I'm trying to get this on with one hand with one dirty glove, and it's a bit of a challenge, but I seem to have succeeded. Okay. Going through all of this. Yeah, your hands will always do a better job than forks will. You want this really nicely shredded up, and the reason for this is because when you get it really fibrous, you're creating a lot of space in between each fiber that it's then able to take on more salsa with. Okay? You don't want big chunks of chicken in your enchiladas. You want it to become one with the salsa. It's very, very important. IMO. Excellent. Yeah, that's shredding beautifully now. We're just taking care of any remaining big pieces. And then we'll clean off the station and we'll begin the tortilla making. Yeah, well, in this case, I was gonna get my hands dirty and getting in like pretty rough. So I felt gloves would actually be pretty appropriate at this stage. My nostrils are burning. This sucks. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Are you doing okay? Well, that might be a rhetorical question, but I hope things are well for you. Okay, getting all of this together. Beautiful. That is all the chicken, and we're going to mix it in with some more salsa later on. So don't worry about that right now. Okay, we've gathered the components. And now finally, the last step is going to be making the tortillas themselves. The dough has been resting this whole time. It's fully hydrated. I touched my face again. This is the worst. What is wrong with me? Okay. Oh, my nostrils. Oh, kill me. It's fine. I'm gonna be fine. I'm being a baby about it. It's okay. Good. Just had to reassure myself really quickly. All right, my friends. We gotta get making with the tortillas, but before then, I'm gonna show you what all of my lovely components look like at the moment, okay? Ah! My nose. Kill me. This is fine. Let's get rid of all of this. And then I'm going to show you all of my lovely little components. I'm gonna clean up my station. I have no use for most of this. Just want a nice clean table now. I'm gonna show you everything that we have so far, okay? So, for my enchiladas, I have my chicken that was cooked inside of the salsa. It's going to get mixed in with the salsa as well. We have the refried beans that we made. We also have a little bit of shredded cheese. Beautiful. And then we also have the salsa that we made. And this is the heart and the soul of the enchilada, okay? This is where it's at with the pasilla chilies, the chipotles, the arbol as well. It's spicy, it's gorgeous, it's smooth. That is a perfect enchilada sauce. If I've ever seen one, let me tell you, I've seen one. Okay. Let's get all this out of the way, my friends. It's time for us to initiate the tortilla making yet again. Okay. Let's move some stuff around. This, get out of here. I have no use for you, buddy. We're gonna go in with a pan. That's gonna go on a nice medium-high heat. And we're gonna let it get nice and hot. This is a carbon steel pan that I have here. Okay, it's capable of withholding a lot of heat from us, okay? Well, holding onto, I suppose. I might have just misused my words there for a second. Okay. Crank that up, and now we'll go ahead and take a look at the masa. We've gotten basically everything else done, and this is gonna be the hardest component because after we make the tortillas, we have to fry them in a little bit of oil. Oh, I'm looking at the mess I'm making in my kitchen now. I'm not thinking about it. Daramgar, we're not thinking about it. Let's get our station ready. We have the tortilla press. We have the dough. We have a bowl where we will be steaming the tortillas in after they come off, okay? Very, very important that we do that. And I have to figure out how many enchiladas I will actually make, like how many individual rolls of the tortillas, but we can figure that out in just a second. Here's the station. We also need a scale because I like weighing them out so they're as even and consistent as possible. And the sweet spot that we hit last time was 27 grams per tortilla. Okay, that's that. We will also need a freezer bag and we need to cut it up so it fits. You didn't find a decent one? I don't like how small this one is. I want to get like a nicer one, but at any rate, here's the deal. We have to cut off the top of the freezer bag, and it really doesn't like being cut too much. It is a little finicky. And we really need a freezer bag or just whatever plastic bag that you have lying around. Come on. It really doesn't want to be cut today. Come on, buddy. You can do this. Are these scissors just really dull? Or is the plastic just that tough? I have some other scissors right here. I struggled with this yesterday. Okay, I think my scissors are really dull. Because that cut through it just fine. Sweet. And now, we gotta go on either side because we want a nice flat sheet of plastic for this, okay? Come on. You got it, buddy. Oh no, why are we going like that? Shit. I wanted a flat sheet and it's not giving us one. It kind of went off the side, which is fine. I guess we'll just have to make do. Or did I fuck up this plastic too much? Okay, the plastic is too fucked up. We're gonna try this again. This should be the easiest part of the process and yet, is the one I struggle with the most. Okay, let's try this one more time. We're gonna cut off the top. Nice. We did it, everybody. We cut off the top easily. We're gonna go down the sides. We're gonna make the little shield, okay, for the tortilla press. Because you can't really use the tortilla press straight up. Otherwise, it will stick. So this is a very, very important step that we're doing right here. Okay, I had to tear through it at the end, but that seemed to do the job for the most part. Dogs and scissors don't mix? Yes, in this case, they definitely don't. Normally, they do pretty okay though. This one requires way too fine of motor skills that I truthfully don't really have. And it's also getting stuck at the end, but we did it, it's fine. Oh, the bag again, that's right, the fucking bag again. All right, my friends. So, nice high heat. And I'm gonna set a timer on my phone for 30 seconds this time. I'm not gonna overcook my tortillas, I promise. We're at 25 seconds. So we're gonna do 25 seconds. We said, would cling wrap work? Not really, and I'm gonna show you why. Because this has to easily peel off from the tortilla press, and the cling wrap would cause too many wrinkles as well. So it's actually quite nice to have a pretty firm plastic. People also do like plastic shopping bags. I've seen people do that. All right, you grab a little bit of masa. Let's tear the scale. I'm gonna show you guys how this works. We take a little ball of dough. We put it on. 20 grams, 19 grams, you're way too tiny, buddy. You're way too feeble and pathetic. How about now? 20, that's not 21 grams. Surely not. How about now? 24? 27 and a half, perfect. There you go. 27 and a half, we'll roll this into a ball. Nice even ball, okay? Compress it, make sure you get rid of any cracks. Will cheap sandwich bags work? Maybe, depending on how thick the plastic is. The answer is maybe. But people use like plastic shopping bags. I've seen most often. And now, we go right here on the center, press it down, just so that it stays in place. Fold it in half. Okay? And now, here's what you gotta do. You go on with the press, and slowly, so it's even, slowly press it all the way down. You do it too fast, and you're gonna get really, really thin edges, in my experience. This one ended up pushing a little too far down, but we'll just keep going and see what happens. How'd this look? A little bit lopsided, but you know what? It's our first tortilla of the day, So we're gonna keep doing this and adjust and we'll figure out how it goes, okay? That does look fine. It looks acceptable, palatable even. Or we have time to reshape it while I wait for the pan to finish preheating. We want the pan to be nice and hot. Okay, let's do this again. I'm gonna roll this up into a ball. I want a nice, even pressed tortilla, okay? It's important. Let's try this again. Going down, going down. How about now? Oh, that's a lot better. That's a lot more rotund. That's a lot more circular. Okay, going back on. Nice and flat. Press, 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 press. How do we look? Lovely. That's a lot better looking tortilla. Still a little bit lopsided, but you know what? Let's give it a shot. We'll see if this puffs up or not. Goes onto the heat now. I didn't hear too much of a sizzle. I think my pan might be too cold still, which is totally fine. Again, we're just making this and we'll keep on adjusting. I'm going to measure out another 27 grams of masa. And we'll keep it going. Okay, that's about 27 grams. Timer is going off. Now we're going to go ahead and give this a proper flip. 25 seconds per side should be enough, and you can already see, yeah, actually that's plenty hot. That already got like some color on the bottom. Another 25 seconds. I'm gonna roll this up into a ball so we're constantly moving and making more as we go. And always, guys, keep your dough wrapped up in plastic so it doesn't dry out in between iterations, okay? Okay, and that's already ready to flip again. We're gonna flip it back onto this side to see if we can get some proper puffing. How's it look? Actually, that might be a really good first tortilla. And you can see it beginning to puff up. The camera exposure is getting fucked because it's so white and cold on that shot, but that's completely puffed. I don't know if you guys can see that. That is gorgeous. Excellent. Flip it over one more time so we get the center of it cooked through on the other side. Excellent. This might be the best first tortilla I've ever done. Usually the first one's always like a little fucked. But this one, that's looking great. Oh, dude, look at this thing. Look at that. Perfectly puffed. Ah, hot. Ow. Okay, I'm being clumsy again. It's fine. Into the bowl it goes. Bolio e golio. Cover it up with a towel because it's a two-part cooking process, okay? It has to steam. It has to steam. Next one going on now. We're gonna press it down. Beautiful. We're gonna flip it around so we press it nice and even. Excellent. Oh, that looks good. We'll peel it off. Put it onto the heat. These are little tiny baby tortillas, but that's okay by me. 25 seconds starting now. And we're gonna just measure out another ball of 27 grams of masa. And the reason I'm doing more tortillas today is just because I didn't make enough last time to make a proper thing of enchiladas. Okay, 28 grams or so. Perfect. Get the ball ready. The timer is going off. We'll give that a nice little flip. 25 seconds might even still be a lot, but we'll see. Ah, yeah, the camera really doesn't like this. What happens if I put more light on it though? I wonder, will it adjust? It might not like that amount of light. No, it's not adjusting. Oh well, camera exposure is complicated. Or rather, auto exposure is. And now, timer is going off again. We can give that another flip. And you're going to see it puff up yet again. Yeah, these are the best puffs I've ever gotten. So that's telling me that I got my moisture right, that this is just, my process is getting really, really solidified, which is great. This one didn't puff that much, did it? Not really. That's okay though. Cook it on that other side for a second. Nice looking tortilla, thank you. Ah, and off it goes. Look at that. This one might have been a little thick, I think is what happened. This one's a little too thick. So we just got, ow, shit. I keep holding the hot tortilla in my hands, and I'm not a grandma. I don't have built-up fingers resistant to the temperature. Okay. Get another ball of dough ready. We're going to try and press this down. I wonder if I could just try to make these thinner, and that will result in the texture that I'm looking for. Press down. Great, looking good. One more time. Let's see. This is actually the widest one we've had so far for that amount of dough. So that might be good texture-wise. Pan's nice and hot. We'll do 20 seconds. I want to go down on the time I'm cooking on that one side. I'd really like it if the exposure could adjust, because it is just so bright for no reason. It doesn't want to adjust, does it? Oh, I'm sick and tired of cameras. Hate them. Okay. The solution would be to turn off auto exposure, but OBS is a little complicated with that. Okay, another 20 seconds going on now. Hello, hope you're having a lovely day today, Owie. Howie? Well, I'm doing quite well. I'm making some more tortillas for today's enchiladas. And then we'll begin the final stage of the operation, which is going to be frying the tortillas. Okay? That's done on that side. Give that another flip, and that should now puff up quite well, is my hope at least. Yeah, there we go. Good boy. That looks excellent. Why is that side not puffing up as much? I think it just still has to do with the thickness. Has to do with the width. That side is still really, really thick. I see. That's all that it is. I gotta figure out how to make them thinner. And I don't really know how at the moment. But nothing that a little time can't tell. Again, guys, tortillas are all about repetition. It's about doing them over and over and over. And then you'll get the perfect one. Only once you're almost done with it. Okay, next little thing of dough. 27 grams as always. We just got to keep on going through the process. And then the last steps are going to be us dunking the tortillas in oil, frying them for a second, dunking them into the salsa. And then after we do that, we assemble. It's going to be good. Okay. We just have a lot to do. Ooh, that's not totally centered, is it? I'm trying my best to evenly center these. That should do. Press this down. Down it goes. I don't think that's flat enough. Okay. These are still so thick. I don't like this tortilla press much. Okay. Whenever I press it too hard, it elongates. So really, I'm trying to figure out how do I press it without elongating it. And that is the challenge. Am I still just pressing too fast? Is that all that this is? Well, we'll see. This one's going on now. 20 seconds. Next ball of dough. 27 grams. Four, three, two, one. It's done on that side. Let's flip it over. Get a nice contact. It looks like this one is, yes, I made one side way too thin. But we'll just keep going. Also, it is enchiladas, so it's not going to be the most noticeable But even then, that's not like any excuse or anything. What time is it? It's already 4:35? Okay. Still have so much to do. Okay, give that a flip. Oh yeah, so when it gets so thin, I think it actually ruptures on one side and doesn't puff up as much. But granted, when I did press it this flat, it is now properly puffing up compared to before. Interesting. Yeah, I need to figure out how can I make the whole thing consistently thinner. That is my one issue right now. My tortillas are coming out way too thick. And I don't really have the best solution in mind at the moment. I just gotta keep thinking about it. The answer is to press harder, but when I press harder, you get uneven thinness. And how do I get it more even? Am I just pressing too fast? I have a feeling that I'm still just pressing too fast. That's what's going on here. Okay. Nice and centered as much as possible. And now really, really slowly, we're going to apply a lot of pressure. I bet this is how we'll get an even tortilla. You know what? That is still pretty even and pretty flat. We did apply a lot of pressure, so maybe that is just working. Very, very slowly, I'm pressing these. That's better. That's better. One side is still thicker than the other. And I don't know why. I don't know how to deal with that. A little frustrating at the moment, but we'll figure it out. 20 seconds starts now. Sounds like the pressure isn't even across the bench. Yes, I think this is a really shitty tortilla press. Blaming your equipment should always be like the last step that you do as a cook though. But I have a feeling that that's what's happening here. Okay, give it another flip. Lovely, 20 more seconds. Well, I am rotating them. I am doing a 90-degree rotation every time. Or 180, excuse me. Or maybe I can do even smaller tortillas and then get away with pressing them harder. Maybe this tortilla press is only suited to really, really small ones. At any rate, the tortilla press does suck. That tortilla does look nice though. Yeah, it is asymmetrically puffing. Those sides are too thick. Yep, that's all that this is. That's all that this is really coming back to. Oh, ow. I don't know how people pick these up with their hands. That's crazy. I'm not built like that. They're built pretty different to be able to handle that. Okay. And now, let's see, how about now? Ugh, not nearly as thin as I would like it to be. And they're totally centered too, so that's not the issue. Okay. It's definitely not the moisture. I don't think my dough is wrong. I think Google might also just be my friend in this case. Okay. This is about to go off. Yep. Twenty more seconds. We're gonna try making smaller ones, and I wonder if I do smaller and I press them harder, if I'm going to get the size that I want for this tortilla press. So this is 26 grams. Roll this up into a ball. Get that ready to go. Next one coming off now. Give it the old flip. Oh. Come on, buddy. You can puff. There you go. It's puffing up to some extent. Put it back down. I definitely did not overcook this one, though. Sweet. The small one is definitely smaller. In fact, some would say too small. This is tricky. We only have a few more tortillas left to make, though, which is nice. Because I was getting a little tired of this. But let's begin. Center this as much as possible. Slap it down. Then, whoop, put on the plastic. Get it nice and flat. Make sure it doesn't slide around. Now we'll try to evenly distribute the pressure. That might have been way too fast. It's coming out rotund, which is good, but it's not flat enough. How'd you come out? Whoa, hold on. That's actually not awful. No, it is actually pretty rough. That side is way too thick. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed at these tortillas. I want them to come out good. I want to do a good job on these. I really, really do. I want them to be delicious. I want them to be perfect. And I really want my enchiladas to bake already, but this has to happen first. Try this again. Pressing pretty hard this time. Got the shape. This side ended up getting pushed to the edge though. It's egg-shaped. These sides are so thick, there's no horizontal pressure. Am I going to have to do 4 turns total so that I get like the sides in there as well? I think that's what I'm gonna have to do at this point. That's the only thing I really have in mind at the moment that could possibly fix this. So take that, press that down, get it nice and even. Okay. Thank you all for bearing with me through the process. Okay. I'm annoyed. Okay, that's fine. It's all gonna be fine. We're going to keep powering through these. These are enchiladas. The tortillas are almost going to get totally lost in something like this because it's gonna get like cooked through, so we won't be able to see the unevenness. But this is mostly for myself at this point, where I'm like, ooh, this is not coming out to my own standards. So I'm being confronted with that now. Also, the plastic bag is getting quite annoying. I wonder if there's a better solution to this. Maybe I need the flexibility of the shopping bag that I've seen people use. But that's another problem in of itself. Right now, I'm curious about these. Okay, that's going on. Taking a second to breathe. I'm just gonna keep measuring out dough balls, actually. Come on, big boy. That should be 23. That should be 26. And this is also done. You know what? This did come out pretty good, all things considered. We'll puff it up. It's puffing up quite well. Finally, we got a good puff. First time in a while. Yeah, that's a full puff. Sweet. And then we'll flip it over again to cook that other side down. Okay, that's a good puff, all things considered. That's good. I'm pretty happy about that. Nice. We'll take that off. That's looking great. Look at this. Really, really nice puff. Ow, ow, ow. Into the basket it goes. Next tortilla happening now. Center it. These are more tortillas than I intended to make, which is fine. I'll get over it. We'll see how many I have left. What determines if it will puff? Moisture. So not overcooking on one side, making sure that your dough is hydrated enough because you're evaporating the water inside of it, creating little bubbles, I think. Or you're just basically evaporating any remaining air inside. Okay. I'll show you tortilla, but that's okay. I'm a little over this at this point. 20 seconds now. Next tortilla going on. Is that 25 grams? Oh, that's way too heavy. Good. That's one. Okay, give it the flip. The flip, the one and only. We have 2 more tortillas to make. Okay? Oh shit, I didn't set the timer on that. 10 seconds left. Okay. A little over it, but that's fine. That should come off. Give it another flip back onto this side. We'll make it puff. Come on, big boy. There we go. She's going. But yeah, I have some dead zones is what's happening. Like this side. Oh, you know what? No, that one's coming up pretty well. All right, not bad. Can't be too upset about that. Imagine having to feed for 12 children. I can't imagine it, and I would not like to. I would not like to do that at all. Daily? Ugh, brutal. Okay. 2 more tortillas to make, my friends, and then we are officially done skis with this process. And then we can begin the rest of it. A little bit repetitive, but such is how these things go. Cooking is not always sautéing and flambeing, I suppose. Okay. Whoa, what happened with you? You're fine. You'll get over it. And down you go. All right, this one's fine. Off you go. Sweet, 20 seconds happening now. And last one, my friends. Tortilla goes in the center. Plastic wrap on top. We're gonna press it down in 5 seconds, but first I'm gonna give that a flip. 2, 1. Hey, cut it out. Ooh, that's a good texture. Actually, looks good. All right, now we'll press this nice and flat. I think my music stopped again. Okay. Nice. Give it a little rotation. Wakey, wakey. It's time for school. I love that video so much. It's so funny. Okay. Oh, that's puffing. That does look pretty good, I can't lie. Okay. Nice. And one last tortilla to cook. Can't even handle 5 kids in The Sims. Yeah, raising children is just like The Sims. It's all the same thing, really. Okay. I can go thinner. It's fine. It's a little lopsided, but guess what? I am over it. Because, oh no, The corner broke off. That sucks. I'm over these tortillas. I'm over them. I've made enough of them in the last few days. I'm sorry to be so annoyed. I think I'm actively annoyed, is what happened here. I would like to invest in a better press, something a little bit heavier, I think. Something that can yield me a bit more of an even result. Okay, that's one side done. Next side happening now. I know it's lopsided. I know there's like a chunk of it that's bitten out. We'll live. We will be fine. It'll actually all be okay. Ugh. Gonna throw this into the sink so it can soak in a little bit of water. Okay. Well, rolling pins are kind of weird for something that's like a corn tortilla, right? I haven't really seen people do that. For a flour tortilla, they're essential. But for corn, it can get a little awkward. Okay. That one's just not puffing at all. It wants nothing to do with this. I want nothing to do with that one either. I might even snack on it. It might be a sacrificial one, is my feeling. Okay. We're finally done with making all of the tortillas. We made a big, beautiful batch. We're going to flip them over and let them steam. Okay? Look at this. Take a look. Oof. All the way on the bottom. Flip them back to the top. Nice and flexible. Delicious. Well, thank you for being here, Audio Murphy. I really appreciate you. Look at this. Fantastic. And these are going to be little teeny tiny enchiladas. They're going to be super small and cute. I wonder how much I'll actually be able to stuff them to actually properly fill them. I suppose we'll find out. Okay, now we must begin the next stage of the operation, which is going to be frying all of the tortillas. I don't think I want to do that in the carbon steel pan, only because washing it is a bit of a chore. And the way that we did it now, we didn't really have to wash it since it's just flour that ended up cooking, right? Just the corn. So, let's begin the station, my friends. Those look wonderful. Why, thank you. Also, hello, little Adrian. Welcome on in. So, the tortillas are done. We need to set up a pan where we will be frying them. They will be stuffed, of course, with the beans and with the chicken. And the cheese is going to go purely on the top of the whole deal. Okay? Excellent. And then, where the tortillas from last time? Oh yeah, I am 60. Don't forget it. The tortillas from last time. Beautiful. And so, let's begin setting up the station. We need to fry, we need to take them out, we need to dunk them in salsa. Then they need to get filled, rolled up, and then put into the sheet tray. So in this pan, this is where they'll be going. I'm actually just going to do some foil on it, because it'll make my life easier. It'll make your life easier too. Hopefully I have enough foil in here. Oh, I'm running quite low. All right, let's make this a good one then. A little bit of foil going down now. Perfect. We'll do 2 layers just in case it breaks though, because it does have a risk of doing so. Did not mean to hit the camera. My apologies for smacking you guys. Okay. Lovely. And now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to ladle on the bottom a little bit of salsa. This is the bottom layer of salsa that has to go on. Okay? This is salsa that we made from the chilies. Really, really beautiful stuff. Oh, well, that looks really good. Not too wet, I hope. I think that'll be fine. And I'm just trying to fill up the whole thing edge to edge. That should be fine. You don't want it too wet at the bottom, but you don't want it dry either. That's what it should look like, IMO. Okay, let's get the station ready. We need a pan, we need to preheat it with some oil. We need to fry it. We need to then take it out, we need to dunk it in salsa, and then we need to be able to fill it up. It's a lot that has to happen here. So let's get everything ready before we begin. Here's the tortillas. This is from last time. Those are the new ones. They will both be cooked the same exact way. I think these should be flexible enough if I fry them and dunk them in salsa. They should be, in theory. Okay. I'm thinking about how to set all of this up. A lot of steps that has to happen here. This is the finishing station, so this has to happen last. This is the filling station. And then I'm going to have the frying station. So I'm going to fry, I'm going to dunk, I'm going to put on a plate, I'm going to fill. That's what's going to happen. Okay, that means I need one more plate. This is where the fried and dunked tortillas will go. So over here, then to the filling, and then the filling, you know what they need? They will need a couple of vessels to get everything inside. And I think the best choice would be a spoon and a fork. These are the refried beans. Oh yeah, don't worry, I'm not looking forward to cleaning either. Delicious. Let's heat up some oil, okay? Over here, this is gonna be the official, the one and only dunking station. I need a pan. This non-stick one will be just fine. Actually, maybe I could just do a smaller plate. And you know what? I wonder, can I just pre-dunk them or will they get too soggy? I think I can pre-dunk them. They'll be fine. Okay, into the pan, a generous amount of avocado oil, or whatever frying oil you choose. And we're going to also ladle in some more of the salsa. And you want enough that it's gonna like fry the tortilla, okay? It's going to absorb some of it too when it comes out. So you wanna just kind of mitigate that and manage that. Okay, we're going to ladle in some more salsa into the chicken, so we're keeping it really nice and moist. Did I just drop it on the table? Great. Good job, Daramgar. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Okay. Now, I'm gonna mix the salsa through the chicken. Get that really nicely hydrated. And all of the little grooves of the shredded chicken is going to do a great job at picking this up. I'm going to start with yesterday's tortillas and see how well they hold up. Oh yeah, there you go. That is what I'm talking about. That is a perfect chicken, ready to fill into something. Excellent. So, plate, fillings, and then into the final vessel. That's what has to happen. The oil is heating up at the moment. The tortillas aren't wet. Perfect. You don't want them to be wet, of course. You want them to be devoid of any moisture. Okay. I think we can begin in a second as soon as the oil is fully heated up. We should actually head on over to the stove shot. You'd be on your third margarita by now if you were cooking. God, I wish that were me. Alas, I'm very sober. Okay, what do we have? Oh my God, we've already been live for 2 hours. This is a long stream today. We still haven't baked the enchilada itself properly. We have a lot to do. Okay, the oil should be quite hot. And I'm gonna use chopsticks. I think that'll be my ideal vessel, or my ideal tool, rather. Where's my chopsticks? I don't see them. Aha, found you. Excellent. I'm going to get rid of this ladle though. And again, we're not looking for a very crispy tortilla. This is just for us to help heat them back up. You don't want it to get too dry in this process, okay? You just want to heat it back up using the oil. And I am somewhat struggling to get under it to pick it up because this tortilla is a little too thick. What the fuck? How do I do this? Okay, I guess like that is fine. I'm gonna get rid of the ladle so it's not in my way anymore. I don't think I'll need it again. Okay, that should be good. And now it's getting dunked into a generous amount of the salsa that I have. Oh, I should have gotten the plate ready. The plate is gonna go right over here. And that is going to get it soft and pliable, theoretically, enough that we should be able to roll it back up again. That is what I do want to test. Will it be soft and pliable? This was one of the old tortillas that we made. So, I'm gonna give that a little test now. If I go ahead and I just pick it up, will it fold? It's folding a little bit. It is folding a little bit. I'm thinking. Did I just touch my face again? With salsa on my fingers? I'm very intelligent. That's what I am. Okay, that's fine. We should have a dry spatula, or rather a dry chopstick and a wet chopstick. So I'm not like putting wet chopsticks into this quantity of oil or anything. Do I have any more chopsticks? I do. Great. And this is just to reheat it. This is just to get the tortilla nice and pliable again and get a little bit of flavor in there. Yeah, that is pliable. That's perfect. You know what? I think I'm actually going to do these one at a time, because the thing I'm afraid of at the moment is running the possibility of my tortilla getting a little bit too cold and I won't be able to properly stuff it. Right? Because you need it to be warm so it's flexible, so it's pliable, so it's just able to do what it does best. Okay, that's reheated. We throw that in there. Good. These are my dry chopsticks. I'm going to just have the oil on a very low heat so it doesn't overheat or anything. And I'm just going to dunk that in there. I'm going to spread the salsa over it. Oof, and it gets quite slippery. All right, now let's fill these bad boys up. Let's see how this goes. So, overhead camera. You know what? Maybe this should be the main station. These are the little tiny corn tortillas that we have, soaked in the salsa now. I'm gonna use a glove. Yeah, this isn't a very good device at the moment, I think. Thank you. I appreciate it. Actually, can I get one more glove? Okay, let's make these enchiladas happen. So first step, we'll do a nice generous scoop of the beans going in onto each of these. Oh, that does look pretty good. And then, I think my fingers are just gonna be the best tool of choice for being able to stuff them with the chicken. That is overstuffed. Oh shit. Okay. That's definitely way too much filling for that one tortilla. And then, I should be able to just fold these had I not stuffed it that much. All right, this is the first one. It happens, such is life. And that's just gonna go in. You know what? All things considered, this is coming out pretty well. So it is overstuffed. We do want to mitigate that. We don't want that to be the case, because otherwise all of this is gonna fall apart. But this does look pretty nice. So we can fit 2, 4, 6, 8. So we need in total make 16 tortillas. And I've just realized one consequence of using my hands is that I'm not going to be able to easily put into oil again. I'm thinking about what's the best way to do this now. Okay, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. I'm going to get these chopsticks really dirty, but that's fine. I'm going to use dirty hands for the whole process. I'd rather not waste the gloves if I can help it. The temperature is fine, and we'll give that a second. Make some rice on the side, and when they fall apart, you can add the rice and falling apart enchiladas. I already have some rice, but I plan on these enchiladas to stay together, okay? And that's right. I feel like overstuffing them. This is just a part of the enchilada process. It's a part of the journey. All right, this is a rite of passage. It's my first time making enchiladas. Okay. Get rid of all of that oil. We'll dunk it in. Great. And then we're going to go ahead and dip this in the salsa. You know, this is kind of a job that would be like optimal with like another set of hands. With another set of hands, I'd be able to just like get all of these done and then just continue to stuff them. All right, let's see. Am I gonna be able to get this out without dripping it? I did. Excellent. Now, spoonful of beans. We're not overly stuffing it this time, but still nice and generous. I think I could fry them a little bit longer. Yeah, but a tortilla warmer tray is not for the like soaked tortillas, right? Oh, I want to taste that actually. Okay. That is a lot more appropriate for its size. That's what that should look like. Sweet. And we're just loading that in. Excellent. That looks pretty good. What do you think, Natalie? Looks good? Okay. Okay, you know what? Natalie, do you want to help me? So here's what you're gonna do. I'm gonna instruct you. My hands, I'm gonna stuff. Do you want to be stuffing or do you want to be frying?
Let's go with stuff.
You want to be stuffing? Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. Natalie's gonna be taking over the stream for me for a little bit. Natalie, I'm gonna get you gloved up. You're gonna be gloved up. I'm gonna get some more clean chopsticks. Let's get you gloved up. Come onto the camera. Everybody say hello to Natalie. Oh shit, there's only one glove. Well, you'll figure it out.
Okay.
You'll figure it out. Put it on. Okay, great. Everybody, we're going to welcome a new chef into the kitchen. This is Natalie.
Hello.
You're gonna help me out. I'm very excited for this. This is great. I am going to go ahead and take care of these chopsticks out of the way. Is it bad etiquette to lick that plate? No, not at all. Only when we're done with it though. So, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna take a tortilla and I'm going to fry it. You are going to just sit on camera and look pretty. And do absolutely nothing. And you might even interact with chat if you feel so ambitious.
I don't have microphones, so hard.
Oh, shit, that's right. You have to speak up. You have to speak up like 2 times louder. Okay, I'm frying up the tortillas now, and then I'm going to basically just be passing these along to you for you to stuff. All right, and I'm gonna be a machine. I'm gonna get these things going. Yeah, you ready? Okay, that's frying up. I gotta go ahead and get rid of this now. Picking these up though is still quite a challenge, I will say. Okay, that one is fried. I'm gonna go ahead and dunk it. I'm gonna throw in the next one to fry in the meantime because we're being nice and efficient. So you saw how I stuffed them, right? Beans first, and then the chicken itself. And now, here you go.
Whoa,
This is for you.
thank you.
And now you're going to go ahead and stuff this up, Natalie. Natalie, you gotta stay in camera. You gotta stay in frame. You're doing great. I should have a second microphone for times like these, because my thing is compatible with 2 mics. That would be good to do in the future. Okay, great. We're frying up the second tortilla. I'm struggling to pick it up. I did it anyways. God, I'm so good at this. It's good. Huh?
It's a little hard with one glove.
It's a little hard with one glove.
Yeah.
You're doing good. I'm very proud of you. And we're gonna just get it into the tray. After you're done with that. I'm sorry that I've run out of gloves. I gotta buy another box. I keep going through gloves on the stream. It's actually pretty crazy. All right, that's done. That's gonna get thrown into the salsa. I'm gonna get the second tortilla frying. Yet again. You waiting? You ready? All right, this is so much easier with 2 people. Look at that. Good. Nice and flexible, right? So it's able to just go ahead and take all that on. You're doing good. Do I have enough tortillas? Uh-oh.
You did 16 total?
So each of these should be able to take an 8. 1,
You could probably
2,
go 7-7.
3.
A little bit of clearance.
I think we should have enough to do like, we'll see. We will find out. Ooh, this actually might have fried for too long now. Uh-oh. That's okay. You know, maybe I shouldn't pick it up with my hands if it's frying in oil. Fill my tortilla? What the fuck does that mean? I don't know what that means.
You think that person has tortillas?
Huh?
You think they even have tortillas?
I don't know. I hope they do. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the tortilla in there. Next one going on. Excellent. We're going through all of these. You ready? Wait, did I leave the plate? I need the plate. Actually, pass that plate. Ow. I just burned my hand on top of the oil really quickly. Okay. Next one going on now. This is for you.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, I'm gonna count the amount of tortillas we have. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll be fine. It'll work out. Okay. Get that back in there. What's up? Oh, it's okay. We'll clean it up. Don't worry about that. Dunk can get into the salsa. We have a lot more tortillas to go through. This is a process. All right, you ready? All right, and now I've officially gone through all of the leftover ones, and now we can get into the fresh tortillas. Okay, fill it up. You're doing great. I'm very proud of you. Okay. How are these looking? Very nice. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it does look remarkable. I'm very excited to eat that final product. And I wonder if all of this is worth the effort. And I'm right now leaning towards a no. And this is not actually that good of a home food. I mean, I guess it does reheat well, because it's like essentially like a big casserole dish, right? But
Bit labor intensive.
it is labor intensive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, we can actually fit all 8. That'll be good. All 8 will be able to fit. I have no doubts about that. Dunk that back in. I'm just soaking that one in because that one fried a little too long. So we need to return some of the moisture back to the tortilla. Okay. Oh man, they're all soaked in salsa. Next one going on. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, that's perfect. That'll just be good. Sweet. Imagine if I was doing all this by myself. This would have been like twice as slow. Oh, and then we'll prepare the garnishes after. Yeah, looks good. You think we have enough filling for everything? For 8 more?
Maybe not chicken, but
You know what? We have pork. We have extra pork for an occasion like this. I might just throw that into the microwave just to get the pork really soft again. But as soon as you run out, let me know. So don't be afraid. We'll figure it all out. Now we can begin the next layer. Sweet. Okay. Ugh. This is completely soaked in salsa, and it keeps sliding off my chopsticks.
slippery little dough.
This is for you.
Thank you.
Great. Perfect. Okay. That one's breaking apart?
Yeah, top layer came off, but it is
Oh,
fine.
okay. It's fine.
We will ball. Oh, that guy's wet.
Yeah? Too much salsa?
Wet.
Might have been too much salsa. Might not have allowed him fry long enough. Yeah, these are also the fresher ones that I'm doing now, so I should really, really consider that they're going to be more wet naturally. Because they don't have as much of the moisture cooked off. Oh, that looks nice. I'm excited to eat that. Holy shit. Okay.
Finish off with a little cheese on top.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for the help. You are actually an incredible help. Okay. I've run out of oil here. The tortillas have soaked all of it up, so I'm going to get rid of this one right now, and then I'll get you the next tortilla after.
I feel so weird with the glove on.
Huh?
I feel like it's so weird with the glove on. I'm like doing like a little metaphor.
It's a black latex glove nonetheless, right? It's like a little, oh, what's going on?
Just feeling some nice tortilla little dudes.
Mm-hmm. A little bit more oil. I want to try one of these new tortillas. How they come out. Too thick. I'm annoyed. Some of them definitely way too thick. Okay. Oh well.
Oh yeah, these ones are soft.
Yeah. They falling apart.
Teeny tiny bit. They're really soft and they're easy to like. They're pliable.
Can you pack them in a little tighter? Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, they're soaking up the salsa way more.
Yeah, these ones are soaked. Those ones are they're kind of soaked, but not as much.
Okay.
They're noticeably softer.
I'm going to try my best to dunk them less in the salsa and try to maybe fry them a second longer. Is the adjustment I'm going to make. They can if you like talk loud.
Oh, it's so hard though.
You like a little soft spoken, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's fine. That's all right. I don't mind that at all. All right. It's packed in. It's looking good.
Like a bunch of little sardines.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking when I looked at them. I was like, yep. That's the expression.
Open up a tin of enchiladas.
Okay, that should be better. Here, try this out. For size. I am definitely soaking them in too much salsa, but a little bit of blank space, try that out. I can already tell you that's going to be better.
Oh yeah, that one. It looks soft, but it's not like great. We're low on the chicken. We got like enough for 2 3 more.
How many more do you have left?
6
Huh?
more. That's how much chicken we have left.
Okay. I will heat up some pork then, and we're going to mix it with the salsa. That's what we'll do. And the pork I'm just heating up just so it's like a little softer and easier to move around.
Oh yeah, this one's solid.
That's why we have the backup pulled pork. So it's actually totally fine. It all works out anyways.
I think I can maybe salvage enough on the plate. So I think maybe we have
Don't worry about salvaging. We will have enough pork to compensate. Just fill them up as intended. And it'll all be okay. All right. I don't know why these tortillas are soaking up the oil so much more. Whoa. All right, how many more do we need? That's 3, that's 4. We need 4 more. Okay. That should be perfect. Is everything okay over there? All right. Another soaked tortilla, madame. Here we go. Here's the pork. Did you finish up the chicken?
enough for one.
All right. That's a chicken. That's a pork for when you need it. And how many more tortillas do we need?
4 or 5 more.
How much?
3.
3? How's this looking? Does look pretty good, I think. Look at that shit. Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Chicken on there.
Now this might be a little too elaborate for the home setting for me, I think, because a lot of what I'm trying to do is try and develop, recipes and dishes that would be really good to do at home, and as delicious as enchiladas are, and as much as I enjoy eating them, this is almost a little impractical for me. Also, the pork I'm going to mix in with some salsa, so I am going to really, really quickly get some salsa spooned over in this bowl. That's what this plate is for. Okay, we're gonna get a little bit more salsa in here. That's just for the pork. Sweet. That should be enough. And we're not going to use all of that. I'm going to portion some out for you right now. I'm going to first fry this next tortilla. And then I will portion out some pork that we need. Oh, what do you think?
Oh yeah.
That's good?
Toss it around a bit.
Yep, toss it around. Oh, fuck. Pork?
That's good.
Just even by itself, that pork is excellent. How many more do we need?
1, 2, 3, 3 more.
3 more? That is actually all of the tortillas left.
Oh, you planted this.
We planned this perfectly. Oh, this is great. Life is good. Okay. Dunking. And out it comes. Ah. Here you go. This is for you. Ready to be stuffed. Next one frying up now. Is that the sound of tortilla?
Oh, yeah, that's what you're saying, right?
Can you ship some to your place? Yeah, of course. And got you right now. Dox yourself and give me your address. No, please don't do that. Please, under no circumstances anybody do that.
Please not actually put your personal identifying information.
That would be terrible. I would hate to find out your guys' credit card numbers and social security info. I'd hate that.
Oh, I hate that.
By the way, my email is daramgar@gmail.com. If anybody needed that for some reason, I don't know. Please don't do that. I feel like I should clarify that because I've had people offer me similar things to send me, and I'm just like, I can't actually mess around. I can't mess around with that.
Yeah.
Do I look strangely different today? Maybe it's the Apex t-shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, the Apex Twink t-shirt?
No, this is not related to a famous game by Respawn. Who's not
Oh, yeah.
anything.
Not affiliated. We have to clarify that. Not affiliated in any shape or form.
Although it would be cool to be maybe Respawn.
What, you don't think that would be good official merchandise? Oh shit, this tortilla is falling apart. Save me, tortilla.
They got links in there.
Huh?
They got links in there.
They do. Okay, let's get that out. Shit. It's falling apart. God, save me. Dude, this tortilla is actually fucked. Oh, it's so over.
That dude does not want to be grabbed.
He's not happy about this.
every throw.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, you feel good about that one?
I do.
Okay. Last tortilla going on now. I could do it. Is that falling apart?
It is.
It's handling it.
Yeah, it's serviceable.
It's serviceable. It's doing the job.
That dude is. He's home now. He's fine.
Okay. We do have one tortilla left that we can actually just snack on, but we'll see.
I'm looking at this kid in school. I just wish I could care about it.
Natalie, you've been incredible to help. Thank you so much. An actual proper lifesaver. Okay. Okay, that's done. No, it fell in again. Shit, I just want to dunk it, and it keeps falling in. It wants to go for the bath, and then it falls apart once it goes for the bath. What's your issue? Are you sick? All right, buddy.
Okay. Hey.
Hey,
Hey. Oh. Little spillage.
all right.
Use up the rest.
Did we splash it? It's fine. He's gonna be thick. Me, full of.
Mysterious bean shaped one.
I miss her. Sorry, babe. I know I promised I wouldn't talk about her in front of you. Huh.
He's dressed apart and sleep that. Good. So
Yeah, we'll eat that. We'll have a little snack.
I was gonna say, I don't want to overstuff this guy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, look at it. He is big.
Is it done? Is the deed done?
Oh, stuff.
All right, get it in there.
Oh
Last one.
Little guys.
All right, my friends. We have officially finished layering this. Natalie, thank you so much. I will help you. I will help you get your glove off so that you don't have to compromise yourself in any way here. I'm actually not being very helpful, am I? This is okay. This works.
Oh, we're so.
Okay, we're so back. Natalie, thank you so much. You are now excused. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here's a little tortilla as a treat. Half of one, because I want some of it too. Okay. So fresh.
Oh, good.
It's good. We've officially finished stuffing every single enchilada. Nothing wrong with eating a little bit of the leftover filling. This has been completed. Holy shit, we have so many dishes to do after. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Okay, and now we top the whole thing off with some cheese. And then I gotta clean up. And we gotta do the garnishes. Because we're gonna do some like pickled onions that we already have. We're gonna portion out some sour cream. We're gonna chop up some lime, chop up some cilantro. We just pick at it for a little bit. My friends, take a look. Look at this tray of enchiladas. Beautiful, isn't it? And that is still unbaked. Now, we have all of this cheese that we want to use up. I'm actually kind of glad we didn't stuff it with the cheese because it had no space, really. We did use up all the beans, right? Mm-hmm. Whoa, nice. Look at that amount of cheese. I think that's an appropriate amount of cheese. Wow, sauce on top. We're not supposed to sauce the top of an enchilada, are we? No. I don't think we need to sauce the top of it. I think this is quite fine the way it is. There's plenty of sauce on the bottom. There's plenty of sauce inside. It's dunked in sauce. I don't think we sauce the top.
Saucy guys.
All right, my friends. That's all getting covered in all that beautiful cheddar cheese. And then I think I should do foil for 10 minutes and then take it off the foil and do another 10 minutes. Let's do that. Foil 10 minutes and then no foil. And we're doing foil now so it stops the top of the cheese from browning. It'll let heat everything like back up. And now that's going in, my friends. Ugh. Perfect. It's been so long since I've baked like a dish. 10 minutes. Oh, that was so much work. That was just nonstop work. That was elaborate. That was actually elaborate. I think that was more elaborate than I'm comfortable with in a home setting. This might not be something that is home viable in the future. I wanted to get rid of some leftovers in a creative way. I don't think this was the way to do it. I gotta wash off my knife really quick because it's just been sitting there the whole time. 1 second, guys. Let me do that and I'll talk with y'all. In the meantime, guys, talk to me. How are we feeling? You doing good? Did you guys enjoy the repetition of that? Or maybe not so much? I definitely got a little worn out. And if I got worn out, I'm worried you guys did too. Okay. Just washing up my tools. I have so many dishes to clean. Holy shit. This is gonna be a problem. Okay. I'm just cleaning off my knife now because I don't want my nice knife sitting in my sink or anything. I definitely pushed it with how long I left it in, but I gotta take care of my tools. Okay. That's been washed off now. The stream was relaxing, TBH. Well, you know what? I'm glad you liked it. But yeah, I was just curious. I hope you guys didn't get like too bored with like the repetition or anything, because I don't typically do dishes like this on stream. I've never really done a dish like this on stream, right? Taking a second to unwind now. We did the hard part. We got it in the oven. No, it was fun. Oh, okay. I'm glad. I think I just got stressed out for some reason. I got stressed out about weird cooking things. Great. Enchiladas are in the oven, and we're gonna eat a plate. We're gonna eat a plate after. So it's not like we're going anywhere yet. All right? You're not gonna get rid of me that easily. You can get rid of me easily, but not that easily. So thank you. I appreciate it. They're in the oven. They're going. I'm excited about them. Are you excited for the little enchilada? Are you hungry enough to eat some? Yeah. We only had like half a bacon, egg, and cheese today, right? So we have plenty of room for that. I'm just gonna get rid of stuff in the meantime, because this kitchen is a mild disaster, as you can see, but it's okay. That is a problem for the future, me, as I say sometimes. It's not really a phrase I say that often, actually. This is actually clean. All I did was steam the tortillas. This bench scraper, away it goes, alongside this plate of cheese, or one that once held some cheese. This pulled pork that I made last time is incredible. It is delicious. That's a nice little snack. Okay. I'm getting everything together. I'm getting all of it put away. It's manageable. It's not that bad. We'll figure it out. Alrighty. Let's get this towel out of the way. Now, last thing we have to do, we have to put a spoon in some sour cream. I know, really complicated. And we have to also just tear up some cilantro, and we'll take out the garnishes for the enchiladas, okay? Should we serve some more of the salsa? I feel like it's gonna be moist enough without it. Oh shit, should I put more, I should have put more sauce on top of the enchiladas themselves. Huh? We'll see. We'll actually just find out. The Mexican rice side. I have some rice in the fridge. But this was a lot. This was a lot of work on its own. I think this dish is hearty enough that I can eat it as is without needing more rice. How many cameras do I have? 3. Front, stove, and then the overhead, which I'm gonna show off more of now, because we gotta do some stuff. We gotta take some things out of the fridge. Our garnishes for today are gonna be cilantro, pickled onions, and some sour cream. It's gonna be delicious. Do I have any sour cream? I think I do. Yes, I do. Excellent. Is there an unopened one or an open one already? No. Okay. You can't, in my mind, you can't have an enchilada without sour cream. It is, is that something on the camera itself? Natalie, I think you might have splashed some, it's okay, it's fine, it's fine. I'm gonna give you guys a little wipe. Whoop, it's fine. Yeah, I did notice that just now. That is funny. It's okay, we got it taken care of. I was about to say, I was like, what is that big mysterious blob? Oh, there it is. Okay. Opening up the sour cream takes time. All right, this takes time and it's effort. This is prep. Okay. That comes off. Now we'll whip all of this together. Beautiful. I love sour cream so much. Excellent. Next, the pickled onions. I'm going to put some chopsticks in them so that we can easily scoop them out. Oh, look at these. They're even better that they've gotten a chance to sit a little bit. The enchiladas are cooking. They're looking amazing. What's this? You know what? And then the cilantro. And for the cilantro, we're just gonna pick it off this stem. So let's get a little plate. And then we might cut it up depending on how I'm feeling after we do so. Just gonna pick the leaves out one by one. I don't think any other component in the dish actually has a cilantro, so this might be a fairly needed component in flavor. Okay. Excellent. Just going through all of this one by one. Not the freshest anyway, but that's okay. We will make do. We'll simply figure all of it out. I'm excited to eat. Actually, I would love a nice plate of this. Okay, and we'll do one more stalk of cilantro. Excellent. We'll figure out if we want to slice these up or not. I'm leaning towards a slice at the moment. All right, let's get this away. We have no use for you. And what are we thinking? We want some lime? Lime would be good. I think lime would be good too. All right. And we'll slice it up. We'll slice it all up. So, cilantro is over here. What's the timing on the enchiladas? 2 more minutes, and then we gotta take the foil off, and then we gotta brown the top. Crema salvadoreña de mi país. I don't know what that is. I'm curious about it. Tell me about it. You seem excited to tell me and show me. Okay, cilantro, as always. All we've got to do is just gather it together, and we're going to slice it. I know my cutting blade is moving around, but that's okay because my hand is going to hold it together for the most part. We're just slicing it. We're not chopping, we're slicing. And then I'm going to show you guys what all that looks like. We're not going to go too crazy. We want this to be a nice garnish. So we're just slicing it thinly, but we're not going to mince this into oblivion. Okay, that's that. And we'll also slice up the limes into some wedges. Yes, cilantro and coriander are interchangeable. Slice these up into wedges. And then in about 3 seconds, the oven is going to beep behind me. Shit, I tried to guess the timing, but it was actually kind of off. I try to be cute with it, and that's what I got. Okay, limes, cilantro, pickled onions, and sour cream. And now, my friends, we're gonna go ahead and go on over to the stove, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when we take the foil off. And hopefully, it looks pretty nice, even before it's browned. So we gotta keep it baking. We might even just stick it under the broiler to get the color on top rather than bake it, but we will see how I'm feeling once I take it out. I think I'm just being impatient is why I suggested that. Okay, take it. We're gonna pick all of this up. Ugh. Gorgeous. That's the enchiladas. And now we can go ahead and peel this open. Why try to be cute when you can do it naturally? Okay, that was smooth, I suppose. You will get that one. And now, my friends, let's unravel this whole thing. Great. We have completely unbrowned shredded cheddar cheese on top. It's not the most appealing visually because it's just melted cheese. Right? It's not optimal yet, but when we stick it back in, and we're gonna stick it to the top of the oven because that is where it is radiating the most amount of heat from the top, and it's going to give us a little bit of browning on the cheese itself. Kitchen timer, set to 10 more minutes, and if we're not satisfied with the color, we'll pop it into the broiler and we'll finish. Okay, hi, hello. I think I have now officially completed every component that I've needed to with 10 minutes to spare. We did the pickled onions, those were ready to go. We have the cilantro chopped, we have the limes, we have the sour cream, we did the refried beans, we did the shredded chicken. And some of it is pork, so it's a little bit of a blend, but that's okay. What'd you say? Not optimal, but I would die for a bite. You can also live for another bite. Why die for one when you can live for two? And now, I just really, really want my enchiladas to come into fruition already. I really want to see them. I want to have them on a plate. I want to dollop some sour cream on it. You would have eaten all the components? Yeah, they're all so tasty individually. That's why you gotta make extra. Here, this is for you, Natalie. Kill it. I gotta get rid of the pulled pork anyways. And this, by the way, was great because I just got rid of all of these leftovers from my fridge. I got rid of my beans, I got rid of the pulled pork, and I got rid of the salsa too, all in one fell swoop, which I am actually pretty proud of because that is what I was looking to do, even if it was a little bit clunky and difficult to get all of it done. That's fine, that's basically clean. I don't have to get too anal with that. All right, Natalie, wanna pass me that? You done? You do eat slow. I forget that I'm the only one that like inhales food. Like an animal. I eat way too fast. Now let me see what the color on my cheese is looking like. It's gonna get there. That pork is good, isn't it? It's like nice and juicy. Now imagine it in the enchiladas. Oh. It's both pork and chicken. And now I should just get the plates ready for us. That's what should happen. We're gonna do like 2 or 3 each. 2 each? 2 each. There'll be plenty of food for us. Okay, the plates are ready. Only thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna slide on these limes and then we'll top everything else off. You guys excited? I'm excited. I didn't unmute myself properly. I had to talk to Natalie for a second. I muted myself. Whoops. Okay, I'm back. Hi. 6 more minutes and we'll pull all of it out. You will have a beautiful plate of enchiladas. This was a long stream today. How long were we live? Only 3 hours, but all of it was like active. We never had like a second to like rest or sit down. But we will in a moment, which I'm looking forward to. So my takeaways are, I don't think this is something I'm gonna do again. I guess most of the work was because I was also making the tortillas myself. If I wasn't making the tortillas, it would have been a lot easier. But because I chose to do them all in one fell swoop today, it added to like the complexity. So about 6 more minutes, 5 more minutes, and it's gonna come out of the oven. I'm really excited for them. It'll be really cheesy on top, gonna get nice and browned on top. It's gonna be bubbly, it's gonna be delicious. And we're gonna serve it with the pickled onions and the limes. A little bit of cilantro as well. So keeping it really classic. Unfortunately, I don't have any rice prepared for this. I do have some of the rice from yesterday, but it's not like Spanish rice or anything with tomato. It was just like plain white rice that was originally intended to be served with the beans. And so, I've decided I'm not gonna serve the enchiladas with those. I'm just gonna serve them as they are. I think they'll be perfect the way that they are. But here's the thing though, I would never be able to do like store-bought chips to complete a meal like this. I would have to make them myself. right? I would feel weird like doing I've done every component here. It would feel really weird to just stop at the finish line and not finish it with like my own. Okay. Almost done, my friends. You gotta be patient. 4 more minutes. Does anybody have any... Oh, sorry. Does anybody have any final questions, comments, concerns before we end up plating and eating? I am a chip snob. I don't want to do pre-bought like corn chips. I love like freshly fried tortilla chips. They're just such a different product. They have a completely different texture to them. Store-bought tortilla chips are kind of thin and dry, and they don't have like they're hard and not crispy. They're not crispy the way the freshly fried homemade tortilla chip is crispy. You really can't beat those. You can't beat those at all. Oh, I'm being impatient. I'm looking at it, and it looks great. Actually, it looks phenomenal. Beautiful stuff. Guys, those enchiladas are gorgeous. I will say the yellow's a little striking. I should have done some kind of jack cheese because it's not as, not as yellow, not as saturated. What am I drinking? I finished some black tea. And I will be finishing up my nice glass of water soon. Oh, you guys ready for this reveal? You guys ready for this shit? I don't think you're ready for it. I am going to just wash down all of the salsa from everything because it has a tendency to dry and make your life pretty hellish unless you just rinse all of it off and soak everything. Okay. We're gonna hit it under the broiler now. We're gonna get some final color on it, on the whole operation, on the whole deal. And then we will serve and plate these beautiful enchiladas. Final questions, comments, concerns, load them up now and I will get to all of them, I promise. Anything that you want to ask me at all. Dude, they look amazing. Oh, you can't see them right now, but they look really, really good. They better come out of the oven. Okay. Broiling, I'm gonna do it on high just to get some brown, ooh, excuse me, stuff on top. I'm gonna have a spatula ready to go, and then we're gonna garnish and finish all of these. I should also probably make my mom a plate because she just got home too. So I think she would enjoy that. Oven unboxing video. You know what? I am proud of myself for trying through this because this is not the kind of a thing that I've typically made or that I usually make at home at all. And so this is just like a nice little change of pace for me. What other sauces would you have with enchiladas? Well, enchiladas are innately based on a chili sauce. So you wouldn't really have it with something that's not a chili sauce, to my understanding, but the actual chilies that I made are, you can do a ridiculous variety of them, right? People do green enchiladas, red ones. You know, in New Mexico, you have Christmas ones, which are both red and green. These, I just used whatever chilies look nice at the store today. I used my pasilla and chipotle chilies. And the way that you would really make this your own is by selecting whatever chilies really, really appeal to you in the moment, okay? That is how you would make this your own. Okay. That's about to be done. Oh, I think it's done. I think that's ready to go. Oh, that looks really good. You know what? We'll give it another minute. One more, and then she'll be done. It'll be good stuff. It's nice and brown and bubbly on top with all the cheddar cheese. I do think the Monterey Jack would have been a little bit more visually striking. Let's sacrifice a vegan. Yeah. Is that what we're doing now? I don't know, guys. That might not be very hardcore. I don't think sacrificing vegans was on the memo for the stream. Ooh, man. Oh, that looks good. It looks like a very classic, almost like Tex-Mex enchilada, but it has all the flavor and the beauty of a traditional one. gotta come out. Ooh, we're gonna eat. We are going to eat. We're gonna feast, in fact. Hi, Doug. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having a beautiful one. Thank you for stopping by. What's my favorite Tex-Mex food? Rice and beans. Always. This is just my favorite food, period. But I love a good flour tortilla. You know what? I do love fajitas. With like freshly made quality flour tortillas. All right, my friends. You ready? You want to see this shit? I'll show you right now. That's not the right camera. We have to go over here. You ready? Out it comes. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. That is a lot of cheese. I'm pretty happy about these. Okay. And now, my friends, we're going to go ahead and scoop this up onto a plate. I'm going to show you how we finish these. Let's get these all on here. Oh, excellent. Very, very beautiful. And the tortillas on the edges, they got really crispy. I'm making 2 plates because I'm not just feeding myself. Oh yeah. That has soaked in all of that salsa. Perfect. That is great. Slide that off the spatula. Excellent. And now we got to do the finishing touches, my friends. That's what we have left to do. What's going on over here? Or rather, this is the wrong shot. It should be this one. All right, my friends. So take a look. Here's the enchiladas right here. And now for the finishing touches. We'll do a nice dollop of sour cream right here. Nice and generous. You can't ever have too much sour cream. Some cilantro. And then some pickled onions. Oh, perfect. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Let's make that second plate. This one is even better. So we're going to make this a very, very pretty plate indeed. Let's get this plate out of the way. I have no use for it. Perfect. That looks so fucking good. Then, I think we should do the pickled onions first. And then the cilantro last. That's my preference at the moment. Pickled onions, and then some cilantro over the top. Not too much, just enough to give us a little bit of visual contrast. Look at that, my friends. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. And I think that's gonna be it. I think we've done it. I think we've actually completed the dish. I'm gonna have one bite. I'm gonna eat the rest of it off stream. But everybody, this is it. This is my ultimate creation. These are my enchiladas, now done, now complete. We have made every single component that is sitting in front of you. We made it out of some leftover salsa. We've cooked some chipotles. We've cooked some pasilla chilies as well. Okay? We have cooked that in the salsa roja that had the charred tomatoes, that had the charred onions, that had the garlic, all blended together really, really beautifully with some arbol chilies as well. We cooked some chicken that we deboned ourselves, the chicken thighs and the breast and the tenders, all in that salsa. Okay, we shredded it up, we mixed it back in with the salsa, we blended the salsa together, and then we made some more corn tortillas ourselves out of some maseca. We made refried beans out of some chorizo beans that we made ourselves, some sour cream on top, some pickled onions after all of it baked, some cilantro as well, and garnished with a little lime. Look at these enchiladas. They're actually pretty wonderful. They're really, really beautiful. Have you seen these? They're excellent. I'm really happy about them. Okay, let's have a bite. Let's have a bite. And then I'm just gonna eat these on stream, and then I'm gonna have one bite and I'll eat the rest of them off stream. I think that's what's gonna happen. So, we have a little bite skis. Let's do that. Getting a little fork, a little knife action. I don't typically make like fork and knife dishes, but I feel like this is the time it would be appropriate. And hopefully it's enough moisture and enough hydration, enough sauce. So, go in here really quick. Oh, that's the texture. It's got the refried beans stuffed in. I should have poured some lime juice over it, but I just got impatient. I'm gonna have one bite with you guys now. Ah. Oh. Oh fuck, that's pretty good. Oh, that's lovely. That's a really comforting little enchilada. Okay, I'm having one more bite. I'm sorry, I lied. And then I'm gonna kill the stream. I just need one more. I need it. Ha. It's quite hot. I forgot to consider that aspect. That did just come out of a 400-degree oven. But that's okay. It's fine. Everybody, that was the enchiladas for today's stream. I hope you all enjoyed. Oh no, it has plenty. I promise you that it's spicy enough. It has plenty in of itself. If anybody has any final comments, questions, concerns, now is the time to voice them. I'm gonna go ahead and find somebody for us to raid in the meantime. I wanna see who's live. I do see that Rose is live. I just raid Rose every single time, so I think I'm gonna continue that tradition now. Final questions, comments, concerns, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I know today's a bit of a long one. Thank you for showing up. I had a lovely Sunday stream. It was a pleasure having all of you as my guests once again. Next stream is going to be Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. If you'd like to show up. Wow, I thank you, Dakota. That was a beautiful emoticon. Okay, let's just, you know what? I'm going to have one more little piece. Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. We're going to go ahead and raid Rose. And I will see you all in just a few days. Hope you all have a lovely rest of your Sunday evenings. Have a lovely Monday. Have a lovely Tuesday. And I will see all of you really, really soon. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Bye-bye.